pink with the first light, mirroring the warm beauty below. Fireflies dance like scattered stars, their gentle glow weaving through the serene landscape. The kingdom hangs suspended, a sign of magic and wonder, awaiting the dawn. As the sun ascends, Lumoria prepares to greet a new day, its beauty untouched and timeless. There lived a young and gifted fairy named Leora Moonstitch. She wasn't just any fairy, she was the kingdom's most enchanting fashion designer. Each dress in Leora's boutique is a shimmering design of enchanting fashion. Leora's world, where nature and shimmering fashion intertwine, creating a warm glow. Starlight Threads Boutique floats serenely on a lily pad. The boutique's gentle sway on the water adds a touch of magic. The dresses seem to dance in the windows, inviting all to experience Leora's unique vision. Leora used to sit serenely at her design table, enveloped by a gentle glow of natural light. Shimmering fabrics flow around her, resembling captured starlight. Spools of shimmery threads gleam like distant galaxies, each strand a universe of color. Her fingers dance with practiced grace, perfectly stitching a dress of sunbeam silk. She delicately adds raindrop pearls, each one scattering light in a celestial display. Finally, she sprinkles butterfly wing dust, adding an otherworldly glow. In Lumoria, fairies flutter through the kingdom and showcasing Leora's beautifully glowing designs. A fairy in a gown dances. The fabric in Lumoria, fairies flutter through the kingdom and showcasing Leora's beautifully glowing designs. A fairy in a gown dances, the fabric flowing, a sign of the magic woven into every thread of Leora's creation. Another fairy, wrapped in a scarf, remains untouched by the chilly breeze, shielded by Leora's enchantment. The kingdom thrives with the enchanted designs Leora has brought to Lumoria. One day, when sunlight bathes Queen Seraphina's palace in a golden glow, illuminating the royal figure of Queen Seraphina Starbloom as she addresses her court, she announced, "And for this year's festival, I have a special request." She turns her gaze towards Leora, singling her out with a request. "Leora, your talent has not gone unnoticed. I would be honored if you would design my gown for the Festival of Eternal Blossoms." Leora, stammering slightly, responds with a mix of awe and panic. "Your Majesty, it would be an honor, a truly great one. I am just nervous about such a grand task." Leora arrives at the Silver Willow Grove, where ancient willows whisper secrets in the breeze. Moonbeams dance through the willow branches, casting an ethereal glow upon the enchanted ground. With graceful movements, Leora carefully gathers the shimmering moonbeam lace. Each delicate piece shimmers like captured starlight, a sign of Leora's dedication. She navigates the mystical grove exactly, her cleverness shining as bright as the moonbeams. Leora steps cautiously into the Aurora Caves, a realm of breathtaking beauty and veiled danger. The cavern unfolds as a mesmerizing network of crystal formations, glowing with beautiful light. She carefully gathers crystal thread, a luminous material humming with magical energy. The dual nature of Lumoria comes alive, a place where extraordinary beauty conceals hidden perils. Sky Lake glistens under the sun as Leora's gentle warmth fills the air with a soft lullaby. Across the water, the SEA sprite's faint, beautiful song responds to Leora's melody. A shimmering strand of wave silk, revived with the colors of the ocean, drifts dreamily toward Leora. She collected the silk, and her mystical abilities connects with the magical beings of the lake. In her enchanted boutique, surrounded by shimmering fabrics and scattered beads, Leora is absorbed in her craft. Her brow furrows with intense concentration as her fingers dance with moonbeam lace, crystal thread, and wave silk. Each stitch is a sign of her dedication, shaping Queen Seraphina's gown with details. The air crackles with creative energy, hinting at the extraordinary design about to unfold. Valen, a mischievous wind sprite, bursts into Lumoria, his presence a whirlwind of untamed energy. His playful chaos unfolds, scattering Leora's fabrics across the heavens, turning order into confusing untidiness. The skies transform into a vibrant, chaotic mess, colors colliding in a dance of unpredictable beauty. The kingdom is wrapped in a swirling embrace of scattered textiles, a sign of Valen's annoying touch. Her between the chaos, her shoulders slumped. Everything was wasted and giving the sense of loss. Her gaze sweeps over a half-finished dress form she sighed, sign of her impossible deadline. Inside starlight threads, fairy lights cast a magical glow, illuminating delicate fabrics and antique sewing machines. Leora's fingers delicately trace the patterns on shimmering silk as the air fills with lavender and old paper. The most magical threads are the ones spun from kindness and courage. Her eyes snap open, a decision made. I have to ask for help. The soft glow of the fairy lights dances across her face as she makes her decision. Beneath the twin moons, Lumoria shines, its glowing beauty unveiled. Leora, with her radiant purple hair, stands as a sign of hope in the tranquil night. Her voice rings out, clear and commanding, as she raises her hands to the heavens. Glowing pollen dances on the gentle breezes, carrying whispers to her fairy allies. Petals, softly glowing, descend through the boutique, guided by flower fairies. Light fairies scatter silver dust, fragments of moonlight across the room. Shadow fairies bring whispers of the morning breeze, adding mystery to the air. An enchanted show of fairy talents weaves together, creating a magical ambiance. The boutique is bathed in a beautiful light, a haven of enchantment. Each fairy contributes to the delicate balance of light and shadow, beauty and mystery. The boutique glows with magic as fairies begin their enchanting work. Tiny sparks of color dance around a gown, each fairy adding their unique magic to the fabric. Giggles echo through the boutique as the fairies stitch and share stories. A relaxing sense of unity fills the air as the fairies collaborate on their magical creation. The fairies combined magic, creating a breathtaking spectacle. Dawn breaks over Starlight Thread's boutique, casting a soft glow upon a gown of ethereal beauty. The gown shimmers, a symphony of colors dancing in the light, a sign of the fairies' magic. Blossoms adorn the gown, eternally fresh, whispering tales of everlasting enchantment. A living masterpiece, the gown embodies the love and dedication poured into its creation. The boutique holds its breath, revealing the breathtaking result of a collective dream. Queen Seraphina's presence fills the palace with awe. A collective gasp sweeps through the palace as all eyes fixate on her. Outside the palace, Lumoria awakens in a riot of floral color. 100 butterflies ascend, their wings painting the sky. The gown is a sign of hope and magic. Lumoria bursts into life, hosting the magnificent festival of eternal blossoms. Laughter and enchanting melodies fill the air as fairies gather from every corner of the realm. The kingdom turns into vibrant colors, showcasing the fairy world's perfect harmony. Each blossom and fluttering wing contributes to the symphony of celebration, a true sign of eternal joy. Leora watches the vibrant festival outside her boutique, a gentle smile playing on her lips. The boutique glows with warmth, each light carefully placed to highlight the exquisite fabrics. Leora stands feeling proud, contemplating the legacy she is building, one stitch at a time. In Lumoria, fairies drift ethereally, each a vision in Leora's designs. They carry tokens, symbols of the love and magic woven into Leora's creations. Each seam of Leora's design seems sewn with collaborative magic. The fairies, radiant in their purpose, demonstrate the essence of collaboration. Their harmonious dance illustrates that true magic blossoms through collaboration. Leora approaches a weathered marker, the cool stone welcoming her gentle touch. A faint smile graces Leora's lips, a silent connection to the past. Whispering to the silent stones, Leora expresses her gratitude. Thank you, grandmother. Your words still guide me. Her voice blends with the rustling leaves, feeling her grandmother's presence. I feel them in the rustle of these leaves, in the heart of Lemuria itself. The wind carries echoes of forgotten tales, enveloping Leora in a comforting embrace. Sunlight streams through the crystalline wonders of Aurora Caves, where a soft, ethereal glow illuminates the enchanted space. Young fairies, their wings shimmering with shining hues, flutter through the air, filling the caves with excited whispers. Inspired by Leora's courage, the fairies carefully gather strands of crystal thread, their small hands moving with nimble precision. The cave echoes with the sound of their laughter and the gentle tinkling of crystals, a symphony of youthful exuberance. The glow of the crystals intensifies, reflecting the fairies' collective joy and the enduring legacy of Leora's bravery. Sunlight paints the surface of Sky Lake with liquid gold. Sea sprites, beings of pure light and water, converge around Leora, their gratitude tangible in the air. With gifts of wave silk shimmering like moonlight, the sprites honor Leora. An alliance is forged between Leora and the sea sprites, the air alive with newfound respect and understanding. As the sun dips below the horizon, Leora stands poised on her lily pad, her silhouette a testament to Lumoria's fading beauty. A gentle breeze whispers through her wings, carrying the scent of tranquility and peace. Surrounded by her beautiful fairy friends, their presence gives a silent support. Night falls on Lumoria, and Leora's boutique is softly lit by the ethereal glow of fireflies. The dresses shimmer in the gentle light, as if enchanted by the magic of the evening. A magical atmosphere envelops the scene, promising dreams and possibilities. The boutique stands as a sign of beauty, its charm heightened by the night's embrace. Whenever the fairies of Lumoria wore her creations, they carried a little reminder: true magic is made together. Welcome back, listeners. Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by deep forests, there lived a poor woodcutter and his kind-hearted daughter, Elena. Every day, Elena helped her father gather wood. Forest is full of the soft glow of sunlight. Her gentle smile radiates, a cheerful tune dances on her lips as she gathers firewood. The forest watches as Elena continues her work. The sunlight falls on her. She is friendly with the deep woods. With a final hum, Elena stands, ready to return to the village, her arms full of firewood and her heart full of light. As she starts moving back, she pauses, senses the presence of a brightly colored bird. A gentle smile graces her lips as she prepares to let her voice loose, a sign of kindness to the forest. Elena's voice fills the forest, her clear and sweet song, a harmonious echo of the natural world. The forest responds in kind, leaves rustling like whispered secrets in the gentle breeze, a soothing melody accompanying her peaceful voice. In Woodcutter's humble cottage, a fire dances, casting long shadows that embrace Elena and her father. Peace flickers across their faces as they share a simple meal. The fire's warmth gives peaceful vibes of their simple lives. The aged woodcutter's hands tell tales of hardship, yet his kind eyes reflect a spirit unbroken by the world's trials. Elena's youthful face mirrors her father's flexibility, her eyes sparkling with dreams, with simple surroundings. The fire crackles and pops, each spark igniting silent hopes within the small cottage. As twilight descends upon the enchanted forest, Elena hurries to gather the last of her twigs, the air growing colder. A strange growl echoes through the trees, sending a shiver down Elena's spine. From the shadows, a massive bear emerges, its fur shimmering in the fading light. Its fur glows with dim light, highlighting its powerful form. The bear's eyes sparkle like stars, holding an ancient wisdom. Elena stares at the bear, frozen in place by a mix of fear and awe. At the edge of the enchanted forest, Elena is frozen in terror, her breath held captive as primal fear grips her heart. A huge bear emerges from the shadows, its massive form shifting in the spotlight of fading sun. The bear's deep voice shatters the silence. "Do not be afraid, kind girl," the bear continues, its tone laced with sorrow. "I am under a spell." Elena's fear slowly transforms into curiosity as she listens to the bear's plea, her eyes filled with wonder. Sunlight dances through branches, casting shadows on the forest floor as the bear sits heavily, his gaze lost in sorrow. Elena watches the bear, her initial fear giving way to an empathy as she sees the depth of his sadness. The bear's voice rumbles through the forest, revealing his tragic past. "Long ago, I was a prince, cursed by a wicked sorceress. Only an act of pure kindness can break the curse." Elena's fear melts away, leaving only sorrow and a budding resolve to help the cursed prince. With a voice full of kindness, Elena extends an invitation. "You may stay in our cottage tonight." Her gentle offer continues. "You must be cold and hungry." The bear pauses, considering the unexpected offer of refuge. A silent bond forms between a compassionate soul and a creature in need. When Elena reached home, her father opened the door and jumped back in terror as a huge bear darkens the cottage doorway. Elena steps forward and places a calming hand gently on the woodcutter's arm, her eyes focused on the bear. The bear, with unexpected gentleness, nudges a stack of firewood into the humble cottage. Skillfully, the bear strikes a flint with its claw, igniting a warm and inviting fire in the hearth. The woodcutter's fear slowly reduced, replaced by a growing sense of wonder in the warm glow of the firelight. The fire crackles, casting dancing shadows on the walls as an unlikely peace settles over the cottage. Elina calmly explains the whole story to his father. Bear starts to live in the woodcutter's humble cottage. He moves with surprisingly swiftly. The bear's powerful swings make short work of chopping the wood. Elina watches them from the doorway, a serene expression gracing her face. A quiet sense of peace fills the small cottage. The bear pauses, looking over at Elina with soft eyes. Elina smiles back, the heart of the cottage filled with warmth and tranquility. In one full moonlight night, a woodcutter's cottage is illuminated by the soft glow of the moon. A guardian emerges from the shadows, his massive form outlined against the forest. Inside, Elina and her father are sleeping soundly, unaware of the silent protector watching over them. The bear remains watchful, his presence a firm reminder of the wild world beyond the cottage walls. A woodcutter's cottage glows warmly, firelight painting dancing shadows across the walls as an unlikely gathering takes place. Elina and her father, their faces alight with attention, listen to the solemn words of their unexpected guest. The bear, imposing yet dignified, holds court in the humble cottage. Its deep voice could be heard in the quiet room. Elina's perception shifts, seeing beyond the bear's formidable exterior to a glimmer of kindness within its eyes. He said, with a solemn promise, an unspoken farewell, as the bear says, "Elina, I must leave soon." A heavy decision stays in the air as he continues. "If you truly care for me, follow me into the enchanted forest tomorrow at dawn." His words echo in the stillness, leaving Elina to ponder the dawn's mysterious call. Under the veil of dawn, Elina ventures into the enchanted forest, following the bear's imposing figure. The bear strides deeper into the woods, its massive form a dark silhouette against the awakening light. Elina cautiously navigates through the dense undergrowth, her eyes scanning the surroundings. The forest grows darker, the air thick with mystery as Elina presses on, her resolve unwavering. Deeper into the enchanted forest, the ancient trees loom, their dried branches reaching out as Elina follows the bear. Under the first light of dawn, they arrive at a frozen lake, its surface gleaming like a mirror under the fading moonlight. Moonlight dances on the icy vast area, casting a magical glow across the serene landscape. The bear turns toward Elina, its gaze intense and knowing, a silent invitation hanging in the air. With a deep, resonant voice, the bear speaks, "If you believe in me, touch my paw and speak from your heart." Elina hesitates for a moment, her eyes reflecting a mix of doubt and hope as she looks at the bear. The cold wind whips around her, but her determination burns brighter than any flame. Elina's voice echoes across the frozen expanse. "You are brave, kind, and true." On the frozen lake, Elina gently rests her hand on the bear's massive paw. Her voice unwavering, she says, "I don't care if you're a bear or a prince," she vows. "I will stand by you." A blinding golden light erupts around Elina and the bear, casting long shadows across the forest. The forest transforms under the radiant glow, every tree and snowflake shimmering with newfound magic. The bear roars, the sound echoing through the forest, a cry not of anger, but of pure, unadulterated joy. Alina looks up at the bear, her face lit by the magical light, reflecting astonishment. The bear's joyous roar resonates, promising a new beginning in the frozen wilderness. On the frozen lake, the bear shimmers, light bending around its massive form. Before Alina's astonished eyes, the imposing figure transforms. In place of the beast, a young prince emerges, his eyes mirroring the starlit sky. He gazes at her, wonder washing over his newly revealed features. With a voice full of gratitude, the prince speaks. Your kindness has broken the spell. Alina watches him, her face filled with disbelief and growing hope. The forest stands silent, encased in ice, its frozen branches reaching towards the sky. Magic stirs, awakening the dormant woods with vibrant life and color. Birds fill the air with joyous melodies, their songs echoing through the transformed landscape. The frozen lake begins to thaw, its icy surface giving way to sparkling, flowing water. The forest breathes anew, a symphony of life and light, replacing the stillness of winter. Along the village path, the prince guides Alina, their return a spectacle under the open sky. Astonished villagers line the path, their eyes wide with disbelief and curiosity. Alina walks silently beside the prince, her presence stirring a whirlwind of whispers and stares. Sunlight fills the humble woodcutter's cottage, where the handsome prince stands, radiating respect. The woodcutter's face softens with surprise as the prince speaks. I have come to ask for Alina's hand in marriage. A moment of stunned silence hangs in the air, thick with anticipation. The woodcutter's eyes twinkle with joy as he exclaims, Alina, my daughter? Oh, this is a joyous day. The woodcutter's voice booms with heartfelt blessing. You have my blessing, Your Highness. In the center of the village, the preparation of the wedding has started. Banners flutter in the breeze. Their bright hues shows the upcoming wedding is near. Laughter echoes through the square, mingling with the infectious rhythm of lively music, stirring hearts with excitement. Every corner of the village square pulses with life, a symphony of sights and sounds building toward a crescendo of matrimonial bliss. Bathed in the golden light of stained glass windows, Alina and the prince stand united at the altar, ready to commit their hearts. Their vows echo through the sacred space, filled with genuine love and unconditional devotion. Alina responds, her voice a tender promise of eternal companionship and affection. In a symphony of love and hope, Alina and the prince seal their vows, embarking on a shared journey of endless possibilities. From the castle balcony, Alina and the prince waves the jubilant village crowd below. A sea of faces turns upwards, their cheers echoing through the air. Together, they stand as symbols of hope and unity, their presence igniting a sense of shared joy. The castle stands tall and proud in the background, a silent witness to the unfolding celebration. In the castle's grand ballroom, Alina and the prince move with grace, their dance a symphony of elegance. The ballroom comes alive with light and joy as Alina and the prince hold each other. Surrounded by friends and family, their laughter fills the hall, creating an atmosphere of pure celebration. The echoes of joy increases, painting the night with the colors of happiness and unity. One day, Alina and the prince came to the enchanted forest's edge to walk together, their hands intertwined. Their smiles reflect the peace and prosperity their love has brought to their kingdom. The forest watches as their love story continues to unfold, promising a bright future.
With Neo Plus, transfer your salary and avail 6.25% per annum. No minimum balance required.
Welcome back to my channel, where all your imaginations live. Once upon a shimmering dawn in the magical kingdom of Lunaria, its rose gold towers gleam with a radiant, ethereal beauty. Crystal fountains dance with light, their delicate streams catching the first rays of the sun. They add up the beauty and peace to the kingdom. Queen Aurora surveys the serene kingdom herself to maintain the balance of her throne. Beside her stands King Philip, his gaze reflecting a deep-seated pride. Together, Queen Aurora and King Philip embody Lunaria's enduring peace. Their daughter, Princess Evelina, with hair like spun gold, walks through the castle gardens. Her gaze sweeps beyond the towering castle walls, a silent longing for adventure flickering in her eyes. The tranquil beauty of the royal gardens cannot contain her restless spirit. She closes her eyes, dreaming of faraway lands and daring adventures. One day, she was in the castle gardens, sunlight filtering through the ancient trees and dew glistening on the leaves. A glint of silver catches her eye beneath a moonflower, its petals still curled from the night's embrace. She kneels, her fingers gently brushing aside the leaves to reveal a mysterious silver key that pulses with a warm glow. Etched on it were tiny, swirling symbols and the words, "Only the purest heart may open the door to true enchantment." Her curiosity sparked. Evelina followed a soft trail of glittering lights that led her deep into the forbidden forest. Her heart drums against her ribs, a symphony of fear and courage. Shimmering lights beckon, each sparkle a promise and a threat. Driven by a strange mix of fear and courage, she presses on. Under the vast sky, Evelina approaches the ancient oak, its branches like silent guardians. As Evelina nears, a hidden door in the ancient oak's trunk emerges from the shadows. The silver key floats in the air from her hand, guided by unseen forces drawn magically towards the door. A burst of golden light erupts as the ancient door swings inward, revealing a mysterious passage. The gateway opens to reveal an unknown path, inviting Evelina towards destiny. Evelina steps into Eloria, the kingdom of enchantment, where reality blurs with fantasy. Colors burst with impossible vibrancy, painting the kingdom in hues unseen by mortal eyes. Stars twinkle brightly, beautifying the daytime sky with heavenly, gorgeous appearance. Magic dances freely in the air, weaving through the kingdom like an ethereal spirit. Evelina is surrounded by enchantment, her face etched with wonder. In the radiant heart of Eloria, sunlight dances through crystal canopies, painting the land in shifting colors. Celestia stands bathed in light, her fairy form radiating beautiful, warm grace. A crown of morning dew beautifully placed on her head, shimmering with a soft, gentle glow. Her wings catch the light, transforming into stained glass masterpieces, each facet a burst of vibrant color. Her voice echoes through the shimmering glades, a pronouncement of ancient power unleashed. Princess Evelina, you have awakened the ancient magic, the intensity of light, signaling an important moment in Eloria's destiny. In sun-drenched Eloria, dust motes swirl, casting light on statues of fantastical creatures, their stone eyes fixed in eternal stillness. Celestia, royal yet heavy with sorrow, stands before memories that shimmers with the history of the fallen kingdom. With a sorrowful voice, Celestia reveals the kingdom's fate. Morgana cursed Eloria, turning its creatures to stone. Hope flickers as Celestia recounts the prophecy. A prophecy says a princess will break the curse with 3 acts of bravery, kindness, and sacrifice. Far across a shimmering river, Evelina's presence is a hope against a raw, untamed magic. The crystal fire dragon roars, its scales shimmering with the untamed heart of Eloria. Evelina's gaze hardens, her resolve unyielding as she faces the dragon's fiery breath. The dragon's eyes glow with ancient power, guarding secrets that could change the fate of worlds. Beside the shimmering river, Evelina's voice rises in a gentle lullaby, each note a sign of courage. The dragon, a giant of myth, bows its massive head, surrendered to Evelina's bravery and the song's soothing embrace. A serene connection binds maiden and beast, a fragile peace woven from melody and trust. The lullaby fades as the dragon dissolves into a swirling mist, a spectacle of silver vanishing into the sky. Only ripples remain on the river's surface, a silent echo of the dragon's presence and the song's lingering magic. Where a mighty dragon once stood, a glowing sapphire stone now lies, pulsing with an otherworldly light. Evelina approaches the stone, her eyes reflecting its enchanting glow. With less of breath, Evelina reaches down, her fingers brushing against the smooth, cool surface of the gem. Brushing against the smooth, cool surface of the gem. Evelina grasps the sapphire stone, its energy flowing through her veins. Triumphant, Evelina stands, holding the radiant sapphire stone aloft. Beneath a weeping willow, its branches kissed with frost, Evelina's world transforms. A magical creature appears among the snow-dusted roots. A tiny, injured fox. Evelina approaches the fox, her eyes wide with awe as she witnesses the impossible. The fox, seemingly woven from stardust, lies helpless, awaiting Evelina's touch. Beneath the weeping willow, Evelina's gentle touch begins a silent promise of protection. Evelina cradles the injured fox, enveloping it in the warmth of her cloak. Her fingers trace the fox's fur with infinite care, a soft murmur escaping her lips. In the crisp air, her breath mists as she whispers words of comfort to the vulnerable creature. Under the sun's gaze, magic dances around the weeping willow, an awakening of ancient power. The willow sighs, a sound of pure joy as life gushes back, painting its branches with vibrant green, sparkling leaves coming down, each one a tiny sign of hope and renewal, shimmering in the sunlight. The weeping willow stands transformed, a symbol of rebirth, its leaves whispering secrets to the wind. Under the vast sky, a marble statue stands, timeless and serene. Evelina approaches, her footsteps echoing in the quiet area. She stops before the statue, her gaze drawn upward in silent thoughtfulness. A sudden shift in the air signals an unexpected arrival. Celestia appears, her presence a complete contrast to the stillness that was before her arrival. The encounter promises a dramatic turn, poised between destiny and choice. Under the golden caress of daylight, an ancient marble statue looms, silent and eternal. Celestia stands before the statue, her heart filled with a pure solemnity. Her voice echoes in the stillness, a solemn promise hanging in the air. To break the curse fully, you must give up your memories of this magical realm forever. The weight of her words settles, casting a long shadow over the magical realm. Under the solemn gaze of the marble statue, Evelina grapples with a heart-rending decision. Her heart shatters, yet a resolute gesture emerges as Evelina reaches out. Her fingers meet the unyielding stone. A silent agreement seals her fate. In a moment of profound surrender, Evelina's touch binds her to a promise. The cold marble absorbs her warmth, a harsh reminder of the sacrifice she embraces. Her silent agreement echoes in the stillness, sealing a destiny both tragic and resolute. The marble statue stands bathed in sunlight, a silent sentinel guard the heavens. Suddenly, a vortex of rainbow light erupts around the statue, captivating and intense. The curse, once a looming shadow, shatters into a constellation of 1,000 glimmering stars. Each star, a fragment of broken magic, twinkles with the fading echo of an ancient power. The light diminishes, leaving the statue once again in serene stillness, forever freed from its dark burden. Sunlight bathes Eloria, awakening its vibrant flora and fauna. The forests sing in harmony as rivers shimmer with iridescent light, creatures baked in the revitalizing glow, rejuvenated by the land's restoration. Celestia's eyes reflect warmth and wisdom as she embraces Evelina. Celestia gently speaks, her voice echoing with profound insight. True enchantment is choosing love over fear. Evelina wanders back into the familiar embrace of the royal garden, its beauty now a haunting reminder of what she has lost. Her fingers instinctively search for the silver key, a desperate attempt to grasp at the fading memories of Eloria. The key is gone, vanished like a dream, leaving her stranded in a reality she no longer understands. She strains to recall the wonders of Eloria, but her mind is a blank canvas devoid of color and light. Bathed in sunlight, the royal garden awakens to a new day. Among the vibrant blooms, Evelina pauses, her eyes reflecting a gentle kindness. A subtle sparkle dances within her heart, unseen yet deeply felt. You are braver than you believe, a voice whispers on the breeze, and your kindness will always lead to magic. The garden seems to respond, the flowers swaying as if in agreement. Evelina's radiant smile brightens the ancient castle halls. Sunlight bathes the corridor, filling the air with dancing dust motes and a sense of timelessness. She pauses, her eyes catching sight of a drooping flower, a complete difference to the castle's greatness. With a tender touch, Evelina straightens the flower's stem, breathing new life into its fragile form. She leans closer, whispering words of comfort to the delicate bloom. The flower seems to respond, its petals subtly unfurling as if touched by her kindness. Bathed in the warm glow of twin suns, Evelina stands alone, a solitary figure on Lunaria's shimmering plains. Her gaze sweeps across the enchanted world, unaware of the profound impact of her simple act of kindness. The light dances around her, illuminating the subtle curves of the alien landscape. The air shimmers with untold secrets, the very ground beneath her feet pulsing with life. She is the quiet savior, the unseen guardian of a world beyond the stars, forever bound by destiny. On Lunaria, the sun casts long shadows, painting the landscape with intrigue and mystery. The wind whispers tales of old, each gust carrying echoes of enchantment across the land. Starlight dances in the air, each twinkle a reminder of the magical story woven into the fabric of Lunaria. The land breathes with the magic of legends, every corner whispering secrets to those who listen. Beneath the silver glow of Lunaria, dreams of young princesses are filled with visions of Evelina. In a grand palace, Princess Amara drifts to sleep, her dreams painted with images of Evelina's radiant smile. Across a starlit kingdom, Princess Sophia envisions Evelina's magical adventures in a land of endless wonder. In a quiet village, Princess Anya dreams of Evelina's bravery. As dawn approaches, the dreams of these young princesses converge, united by the magic of Evelina. The magic of Evelina touches every corner of Lunaria, inspiring dreams of courage and wonder in the hearts of young princesses. Welcome back, dear viewers. Beyond the sky, above the clouds, there was a hidden place called Orlun. A fairy world of unparalleled beauty floats serenely above the clouds, bathed in delicate sunlight. In this place lived a young and kind-hearted fairy. Nerissa, a youthful guardian, stands on the edge of a floating island, her wings glowing softly in the sunlight. One day, she saw the world below through her shining crystal orb and noticed a girl who was just like her, but her eyes were filled with fear. She was sitting very sadly. Her gaze softens as she looks into a crystal orb, her heart filled with compassion for her. The Orlun throne room glows with ethereal light, illuminating the majestic setting. Queen Solnara sits regally, her serene power sensible as she surveys the room. With heartfelt resolve, Nerissa bows humbly. I request permission to descend to earth and help a troubled soul. The queen saw her determination in her eyes and sent her down to earth. Nerissa was descended to the ground. In the city's busy corner, Alina sits defeated, her broken food cart a firm sign of fading dreams. There was an old recipe notebook, filled with handwritten dreams and unfinished sketches. Each passing car, each hurried footstep, echoes the growing despair in Alina's heart. The food cart, a symbol of her aspirations, stands motionless, showing Alina's sense of hopelessness. Beneath the dim glow of a lonely streetlight, Alina's face reflects her despair as she tallies her few coins. Hidden behind crumbling bricks, Nerissa was watching her, and then she stretched her hands from behind the bricked wall. With the otherworldly magic light, she mended her car. Alina remains unaware of the magic unfolding nearby, her focus solely on the weight of her financial woes. Next morning, Alina awakens, the morning sun casting a gentle glow. Her eyes flutter open, greeted by a sight that shows reality. Her food cart, once broken, now stands miraculously repaired. Shimmering sparkles dance across the surface of the cart, a magical aura surrounding it. Inside, A small coin pouch rests, an invitation to hope. She gazes around in amazement, a glimmer of hope flickering in her eyes, chasing away the shadows of despair. Nerissa emerges, now cloaked in human form, a subtle smile gracing her lips. She turns, her eyes glittering with satisfaction, ready to vanish into the city's vibrant flow. With a final, fleeting glance at Alina's food cart, she begins her walk, a promise of adventures to come. Each step blends her further into the busy city, her presence fading like a whisper in air. The crowd embraces her, a sea of faces and stories where she becomes just another anonymous soul. Her journey has just begun, her smile a sign of secrets yet to unfold in the heart of the city. In the quiet of her apartment, Alina opens the worn pages of her old recipe notebook. A warm, golden light emanates from within, bathing Alina's face in a soft, beautiful glow. Magically, new recipes begin to inscribe themselves, the ink flowing freely across the aged paper. The notebook fills with new, outworldly, tasty recipes, which people never tasted before. Alina's eyes reflect the light, shining with excitement as she anticipates the culinary journey ahead. Next morning, in the heart of the city, Alina's food cart awakens the senses with an irresistible aromas of delicious dishes. Drawn by the promise of culinary delight, passers-by pause, their faces lighting up with anticipation. With each taste of Alina's innovative creations, smiles bloom, transforming ordinary moments into celebrations. Among the vibrant chaos of the bustling cart, laughter echoes, full of joy and community. In the vibrant park, Nerissa and Alina share a bench, immersed in the simple pleasures of snacks and stories. The air buzzes with life as their laughter intertwines with the park's colorful energy. With each shared moment, the bond between them visibly strengthens. Their friendship blossoms in the lively, beautiful park. Next day morning, Nerissa found an old, closed shop. Dusty windows obscure the interior, hinting at forgotten stories and silent secrets. The faded sign above the door whispers of a past now lost to time. Yet, in Nerissa's eyes, a spark of determination ignites, envisioning a future waiting to be born. She sees possibilities where others see decay, a vision taking root in her mind. In the old shop's dimness, Nerissa waves her hand, a gesture that sparks an otherworldly transformation. Magic surges through the air, orchestrating a silent ballet of furniture, finding its destined places. The furniture settles into place, each object perfectly aligned, as if guided by an unseen hand. A magical signboard awakens, its glow intensifying, revealing the name Café Noor. The shop now radiates with warmth and promise, transformed into a welcoming haven. Alina steps into Café Noor, now bathed in a welcoming glow, tears of pure joy rolling down her cheeks. The air is thick with the rich, comforting aromas of coffee and pastries, a symphony of scents that wraps around her like a warm embrace. The cafe, once a mere dream, now stands before her as a vibrant reality, every corner echoing with the promise of shared moments and future memories. Sunlight streams through the large windows, casting a golden hue inside the cafe, where laughter and chatter fill the air. Each detail, from the cozy seating to the art-lined walls, speaks of dedication and love, transforming the space into a hub of warmth and creativity. Alina's heart swells with pride and gratitude. knowing that this cherished space is not just a cafe, but a sign of their firm commitment and shared vision. The street outside Cafe Noor filled with life as eager people gather, their expressions reflecting the warmth of anticipation. A collective excitement stays in the air, mingling with the rich scents of freshly brewed coffee and exotic spices. The air crackles with the untold stories and shared moments that Cafe Noor promises. Alina moves with an effortless grace, her presence lighting up the cafe with purpose and passion. A warm smile graces Alina's face, reflecting the genuine happiness she finds in her craft. Each plate becomes a canvas, a work of culinary art arranged carefully by Alina's caring hands. In the Cafe Noor, Alina's grandmother holds her in a tight embrace, a fountain of pride glistening in her eyes. In a tender moment, the grandmother whispers, "I am so proud of you." The word stays in the air, a delicate melody of affection and approval, as Alina's grandmother continues holding her tightly. Outside Cafe Noor, children's faces light up, their eyes reflecting innocent wonder. Alina's smile radiates warmth as she sees the children's hopeful faces. In a gesture of pure kindness, Alina offers a free meal to a poor child, her generosity shining. The child's eyes widen, a smile spreading across their face as they accept Alina's gift. The street transforms under Narissa's touch as she delicately positions lanterns, casting a warm glow. Lanterns encircle Cafe Noor, their light weaving a comforting embrace around the space. Narissa pauses, contemplating the scene, a soft smile gracing her lips. With a flourish, she begins to write on the window of Cafe Noor, the words glowing with gentle light. The message appears, luminous against the glass. "You are the light." Her simple declaration echoes through the night, a sign of hope and warmth. In the cozy ambiance of Cafe Noor, Alina enjoys her latte, a delicate trace of foam adorning her upper lip. Her eyes suddenly widen, locking onto something extraordinary behind Narissa, sparking a moment of breathless wonder. A mesmerizing shimmer dances around Narissa, suggesting the impossible wings, ethereal and fleeting. Alina's breath hitches, the unbelievable truth crystallizing in her mind. Narissa rises skyward, bathed in golden light, an ethereal figure against the urban backdrop. Alina gazes upward, her face filled with astonishment as radiant light fills the sky. A bustling food cart flickers in Alina's memory, a sign of vibrant community life. The worn recipe book appears in Alina's memory, its pages stained with the essence of countless creations. Alina remembers the tireless dedication poured into the cafe, a haven built with heart and soul. The memories coming in Alina's mind, weaving scenes of shared experiences and profound connection. On a vibrant city street, Narissa gently takes Alina's hand, offering warmth and solace through her touch. Narissa's words of love begin to stir Alina's heart, bringing a glimmer of hope to her weary soul. A single tear escapes Alina's eye, catching the light and transforming into a shimmering gold. The golden tear undergoes a magical metamorphosis, blossoming into a radiant flower, its petals dancing in the sunlight. Bathed in the day's light, Alina tenderly embraces the golden flower, feeling a warmth bloom within her heart. A surge of gratitude washes over Alina, her face radiant with newfound hope. With a serene smile, Narissa begins her ascent back to her world, leaving behind a spark of purpose. Alina remains, her heart filled with a renewed sense of determination, ready to face the path ahead. Cafe Noor comes alive, a vibrant hub where laughter dances with the intoxicating scents of coffee and pastries. Sunlight pours in, casting a golden glow on the happy faces that fill Cafe Noor. Among the lively chatter, the rich aromas of freshly brewed coffee and sweet pastries fill the air. Every corner of Cafe Noor pulses with the energy of community and shared joy. A year later, Cafe Noor has become a hub of joy and enjoyment, thriving in the heart of community. In the bright, sunlit Cafe Noor, dust motes dance in the air, illuminating a scene of pure joy. Alina, dusted with flour, stands radiant among a circle of little girls, their eyes sparkling with anticipation. Tiny hands, guided by Alina, carefully spread colorful frosting, turning plain cupcakes into edible masterpieces. Sprinkles coming down like confetti, adding a final touch of magic to their sweet creations. Alina's face glows with pride and fulfillment, her genuine smile a sign of the simple joys of the moment. Cafe Noor bathes in sunlight, the aroma of coffee filling the air. Alina's face softens as she looks down at the child, a gentle smile gracing her lips. The little girl asks, "Are fairies real?" Alina responds, touching her heart. "They are here, from above." Nerissa's gaze softens as she watches over Alina. A realization dawns within her. "I realize that to become a fairy, one doesn't need a show." She finds truth in simplicity. Sometimes, the light of the heart is enough. Nerissa smiles, her heart swelling with joy. Dear viewers, welcome to my channel. Do you remember Elsa, the queen of ice and snow? Let's relive the memories together. Elsa and Nock travels through the snow-covered area, a dance of ice and spirit under the vast sky. Her watchful eyes scan the enchanted forest below, a silent promise of guardianship filled in her gaze. The bond between Elsa and Nock is a clear and a visible connection, a sign of her role as a protector. In a realm where magic and nature intertwine, Elsa stands as a guardian, her spirit echoing with the enchanted lands. On the snow-covered peak of North Mountain, Elsa and Nock stand against the fierce wind. Suddenly, above them, the winter star pulses with an otherworldly blue light, too much obvious beyond measure. Elsa gazes upward, sensing a mysterious pull. The wind starts blowing harder, swirling around Elsa and Nock as the calling deepens. An intense sense of destiny washes over Elsa, her expression shifting to one of understanding. She closes her eyes, submitting to the humming pull of the winter star. In her ice palace, Elsa moves with purpose, her mind stuck in the brilliant glow of the winter star. The air hums with energy as Elsa retrieves ancient scrolls from the depths of Arto Hallen. Her brow furrows as she pores over the faded text, the weight of history heavy in her hands. The winter star casts a faint, otherworldly light, illuminating the profound significance within the scrolls. In the heart of the Ice Palace, Elsa absorbs the star's ancient wisdom, her expression shifting with understanding. The fate of Arendelle stays in the balance as Elsa solves the secrets of the past. Among the beauty of the frozen lakes, Elsa begins her search alone, determination hardening her gaze as she tracks the enchanted winter star. Each breath mists in the frigid air, a visible sign to her firm resolve. She travels the vast areas of ice, each step echoing in the empty landscape, her figure a contrast against the white and gray. The pale sunlight casts long shadows across the shimmering ice, enhancing the capturing beauty of the isolate scene. She reaches at the tall atop Wind Spirit peaks, her hair dancing wildly in the fierce wind. The air crackles with raw, untamed energy as whispers of forgotten realms swirl around her. The peaks echo with the voices of wind spirits, their ancient power hum with Elsa. Elsa moves into the silent, snow-laden mountains, a realm untouched by human ambition, where the air is thin and the scenery vast. The biting air whips around her as she treads deeper into the untouched areas. Each step crunches in the clean snow, a solitary echo in the frozen wilderness. She pauses. The silence enhances the greatness of the snow-dusted peaks. A panoramic view reveals the untouched majesty of the mountains, their peaks piercing the crisp sky. Elsa continues her trek, a lone figure against the monumental backdrop, embarking on a journey into the heart of solitude. Elsa, exhausted, ascends the final stretch of the mountain, her breath misting in the frozen air. Before her, an icy door looms, its surface filled with arcane runes that hint at forgotten powers. A tangible wave of glacial energy is emerging from the door, chilling the air and frosting the very ground. Elsa approaches the icy door, her hand outstretched, ready to unleash her magic. A soft, beautiful glow comes from Elsa's hand, illuminating the ancient runes filled with the frozen surface. The runes begin to melt, revealing a glimpse of a breathtaking hidden valley below. The icy door slowly dissolves, revealing a vibrant, lush valley hidden behind it. The contrast between the frozen door and the vibrant valley creates a visually stunning tableau. Elsa gazes upon the valley, a sense of wonder washing over her as she beholds the hidden paradise. Elsa enters the hidden valley, where vibrant greenery meets an otherworldly frost. The landscape is a contradiction of life and ice, a vibrant sign of nature's beauty. A blue frost coats every surface, an enchanting contrast to the valley's lush vegetation. Strange, vibrant plants flourished in this glacial embrace, bathed in an unrealistic, shimmering light. The valley glows with an otherworldly luminescence, a sanctuary of unique beauty. Elsa is surrounded by the valley's serene, frozen beauty, a sign of nature's delicate balance. In the heart of the valley, she approaches the crystal tree, drawn to its mesmerizing glow. The crystal tree shimmers with frozen petals, casting an otherworldly light that captivates her. A voice echoes, unveiling a hidden truth. You are not the only one born of the snow. The revelation hangs in the air. As Elsa stares at the tree, Isolde emerges from behind the crystal tree, a vision of frost and delicate beauty. Her hair sparkles like snowflakes, catching the sunlight in a dazzling display. Her eyes glow with an icy blue intensity, piercing the tranquil forest. She is a creature of winter, born of frost and crystal, a silent guardian of the enchanted woods. The air around her chills, as if winter itself has taken human form. She pauses, a figure of frozen perfection, ready to fulfill her destiny. Beneath the radiant sun, a crystal tree ascends, its frozen branches reaching towards the heavens. frozen branches reaching towards the heavens. Snow sparkles like scattered diamonds at the base of the majestic tree, enhancing the magical scene. Isolde's declaration echoes through the stillness. I'm Isolde, the winter star's guardian. I was made by the same ancient power that made you, Elsa. Her words hang in the air, a challenge and an invitation as the crystal tree silently witnesses. Beneath the shimmering canopy of the crystal tree, sunlight casts a beautiful glow upon Elsa and Isolde. Elsa's eyes widen in disbelief, her face reflecting a mix of shock and betrayal, her voice trembling. Elsa demands, "But why was I never told?" Isolde responds with a knowing look, "Because you weren't ready, until now." She stands in silent awe beneath the crystal tree, its leaves shimmering like 1,000 stars. Sunlight catches the crystalline leaves, turning the tree into a beacon of hope. Suddenly, the sky transforms into an ominous red, casting a sinister shadow over the once bright landscape. A chilling breeze whispers through the branches as Isolde hears a voice. "The winter star has chosen you to restore the balance." Her gaze hardens with determination as she accepts her destiny. The hidden valley lays in deceptive tranquility, unaware of the upcoming magical storm. A distant glow flickers on the horizon, signaling the arrival of wildfire magic. The peaceful atmosphere shatters as the sky darkens, and the first winds begin to howl. The valley trembles under the force of the approaching magical storm, nature bracing for impact. Trees bend and sway erratically as the storm engulfs the valley, the air thick with magical energy. The valley turned into a chaos, the once serene landscape now a battleground of fire and wind. In the hidden valley, Elsa raises her hands, a queen commanding the elements. A fierce snowstorm answers her call, swirling winds and icy flakes dancing to her will. Jagged ice walls burst forth from the earth, guardians rising to protect the valley. In the valley, Isolde begins to command the frost winds, her movements fluid and precise. She gracefully shapes the swirling winds, gathering them into a focused stream of icy power. Isolde redirects the sunlight, intensifying its radiant beams to amplify Elsa's magic. The valley shimmers as Isolde's and Elsa's powers combine, creating a breathtaking spectacle of light and frost. The dance of ice and color begins, a mesmerizing ballet of elemental forces clashing against the destructive storm. The valley transforms into a spectacle of clashing elements, a visual symphony of cold meeting heat, hope battling despair. The fiery magic subsides, transforming into gentle embers that drift skyward. The embers rise, painting the sky with fading light. A serene stillness envelops the valley, harmony returning to the land. Balance is restored to the hidden valley. Beneath the crystal tree, sunlight paints the snow-covered ground with a rainbow of colors. As Isolde prepares to impart a precious gift, Isolde's gentle touch guides Elsa's hand, closing it around a shard of crystal that shimmers with ethereal light. "This is your winter star, Elsa," Isolde says, her voice echoing with warmth. Isolde's eyes lock with Elsa's, promising guidance and firm support. "It will guide you whenever the world forgets the beauty of frost," Isolde assures her. The crystal shard glows softly in Elsa's hand, a sign of hope and a reminder. Elsa stands before the crystal tree, her radiant smile mirroring the profound understanding blooming within her. Her heart swells, filled with a purpose now broadened and clarified by the tree's silent wisdom. Elsa's eyes reflect the crystal light, embodying the peace and clarity she has found. Bathed in the tree's glow, Elsa embraces her destiny with unwavering resolve. In a moment of shared understanding, their eyes meet, unspoken words weaving between them. A profound, unspoken bond holds them together. Even as the moment of parting arrives, Elsa, with determined eyes, embarks on a journey back to her forest sanctuary. The shard clutched tightly in her grasp. Nock gallops swiftly, carrying Elsa through familiar landscapes, a sense of homecoming washing over her. The forest, once a refuge, now greets Elsa with an aura of unfamiliarity. Carrying the Winter Star Shard, Elsa navigates through the trees as the forest seems to watch her every move. The shard glows faintly as Elsa stops, sensing the shift in the forest's ancient energy. Elsa dismounts, her feet touching the soil of her transformed home, ready to face the unknown. She came to her ice palace, her gaze fixed on the Winter Star Shard, her expression thoughtful. A subtle connection flickers within Elsa, hinting at Isolde's growing importance. The Winter Star Shard pulses with ethereal light, casting shadows that dance across Elsa's face. Awareness dawns as Elsa understands Isolde's role, the shard glowing brighter in her grasp. At the threshold of the enchanted forest, Elsa stands, her transformation complete. No longer merely a queen, but a guardian, she gazes towards the distant horizon. A newfound confidence radiates from her, illuminating the enchanted woods with a soft, ethereal light. Elsa embraces her destiny as the guardian of the Winter Star, never to face solitude again.
Welcome to Whispered Tales, where magic comes alive. Long ago, in a quiet village near a deep green forest, lived a kind girl named Alara. Bathed in the golden light of dawn, Alara's youthful excitement shines as she walks along the sun-baked path. Her bright smile, a sign of hopes. With each step, Alara's basket sways gently, a bucket of dreams and nourishment, as she scans in the forest for nature's hidden treasures. Because of Alara's high spirit, the village finds a glimmer of hope. Her songs are hoped to endure strength to human heart. One day, Alara enters the forest, at the Fofrist's edge. She pauses. The forest is full with its silent challenge. The forest welcomes her, its shadows deepening around her. Her voice, once clear, now softens as the woods absorb her song. The forest whispers back, its ancient secrets stirring in the breeze. In the heart of the forest, Alara catches sight of a deer, its form a fleeting whisper against the green. The deer stands frozen, a silver bell around its neck catching the sunlight, its gentle eyes mirroring the forest's serene soul. With a soft, almost silent grace, the deer melts back into the shadows, becoming one with the ancient trees. Alara watches as the deer disappears into the labyrinth of trees, a fleeting moment of magic fading into the forest's embrace. Alara moves lightly through the ancient forest, guided by the silent deer. Rounding a bend, Alara's breath hitches as she stumbles upon a path illuminated by glowing blue flowers. The air vibrates with a soft, magical energy that wraps around her. Her eyes widen further, captivated by the enchanting sight as she continues to follow the luminous trail. At the path's end, a shimmering mirror stands tall between two ancient oak trees, its bright light inviting. Alara approaches the mirror, her gaze drawn to its otherworldly glow. The mirror's surface shimmers, promising untold stories and hidden realms. She steps closer, captivated by the mirror's mysterious allure. The mirror radiates a soft, inviting light, hinting at the magic it holds. Alara approaches the mirror, drawn by an unseen force. Her fingertips touch the glass, and the reflection shimmers, as if the mirror holds a gateway. A gentle glow emerges from within, promising magic and secrets. A voice echoes, seemingly from the mirror itself. Kind child, your heart is pure. You may ask for one wish. Beneath the canopy of ancient oaks, sunlight dances around a mystical mirror. Alara stands before the mirror, her brow furrowed in thoughtful contemplation. With a voice filled with hope, Ilara speaks. I wish to help my village. Her plea echoes through the silent trees. We have no water. Our fields are dry. Her voice cracks with desperation. The children are thirsty. Beside Alara, the mirror's surface ripples, reflecting the forest canopy. A stream of pure, sweet water gushes forth from the roots of the ancient oak. Alara stands transfixed, her eyes wide with wonder as she witnesses the stream's sudden appearance. The stream trickles, its gentle murmur filling the air as it meanders through the forest floor. Sunlight dances on the water's surface, casting shimmering patterns that mesmerize Alara. Alara walks deeper into the forest, following the path of a shimmering stream. The stream, like a silver ribbon, guides her steps homeward. Sunlight filters through the canopy, dappling the forest floor as she treads along the winding path. The village draws nearer with each step, hope stirring in her heart. Alara guides the revitalizing water into the village, transforming the dried earth into a scene of jubilation and collective hope. Cheers erupt as the life-giving stream flows, a sign to Alara's triumph and the village's renewed spirit. Barren fields awaken, vibrant green shoots puncturing the soil, a promise of bright future and prosperity. Flowers burst into bloom, painting the landscape with vibrant colors. A symphony of life reborn from the ashes of despair. Laughter and joy echo through the village, a vibrant celebration of community and the miracle that has transformed their world. There lived a greedy merchant. From his rich manor, Master Darvik watches the festivities with a heart consumed by envy. His face, a canvas of jealousy, reflects the bitterness that festers within. If a poor girl can bring magic, why not me? Master Darvik mutters, his voice laced with bitterness. A cold determination hardens his gaze as he declares, I must find that mirror. The festivities continue, oblivious to the dark plot brewing in the manor above. Master Darvik stands against the window, a shadow against the joyous light. At the forest entrance, Darvik's resolve hardens his features as he steps into the shadows. Deeper into the woods, the dense trees clutch at Darvik's once pristine clothes. Each step pulls him further from the known, his garments snagged by the grasping forest. He continues onwards without any hesitation, into the heart of the ancient woods. Before Darvik lies a path paved with radiant blue flowers, leading him forward with its beautiful glow. Drawn by the beauty of untold riches, Darvik sets foot upon the glowing path. Driven by greed, Darvik strides forward, disappearing into the heart of the glowing path, his obsession consuming him. Under the watchful gaze of ancient oaks, Darvik approaches the mystical mirror. Eagerly, Darvik reaches out, his fingers ghosting over the cool, reflective surface. A subtle shift occurs as Darvik touches the glass, and the mirror's surface yields to darkness. From the depths of the mirror, a voice echoes, questioning, What do you wish? Darvik remains still, gazing into the mirror, contemplating the possibilities. The mirror awaits.
Follow your alive. with the Amazon app. It's really easy to track your package. With the Amazon app, shipment alert.
The mirror awaits, its surface shimmering, ready to fulfill the deepest desires. His voice booms, filled with manic desire. I want gold, a mountain of gold for me. Sunlight streams through the ancient oak trees, revealing a mirror standing silently amidst the woods. Darvik, cloaked and weathered, approaches the mirror, a sneer twisting his features. From the mirror, a voice echoes with chilling clarity. Your heart is full of greed. Magic given in greed will turn to dust. Darvik's sneer deepens as he responds with cold arrogance, dismissing the warning with a harsh laugh. The mirror remains still, its surface reflecting the forest around it. The warning has been given to the greedy merchant. Darvik's laughter fades, leaving an unsettling quiet as he stares back at his reflection. Without warning, a torrential downpour of gold erupts from the heavens, each piece searingly hot. The gold is heavy, sharp, and burning hot. Darvik screams in agony, the burning metal stinging his skin. Panic overriding greed, Darvik leaves his precious coins, scattering them to the ground. He turns and flees, desperate to escape the golden rain. Darvik emerges into the village, his figure a stark silhouette against the day. His hands, blackened by ash, reveal the cost of his ambition. The gold he coveted is now a memory, completely melted away. Humiliation and defeat are etched deeply into Darvik's face, marking the end of his quest. Alara approaches the forest, sunlight playfully dancing through the canopy above. With determination on her face, Alara steps onto the path, ready to face whatever lies ahead. Sunlight filters through the leaves, casting an ethereal glow on Alara's path as she ventures deeper. The forest welcomes her with open arms, its ancient trees standing as silent guardians. Ilara's return is filled with purpose, her mission to express gratitude to the mystical mirror. She advances with purpose, ready to thank the mirror. Alara arrives at the mirror's location, now an empty space. The landscape offers no clues, only the stark reality of the mirror's disappearance. In the quiet of day, a mirror's reflection shifts to reveal a mystical silver-belled deer, its gaze gentle and knowing. The deer watches with an expression of profound kindness. Its presence is a comforting balm in the deep forest. The deer's eyes reflect ancient wisdom as it speaks of the transformative power of compassion. Kindness is the truest magic. The deer continues with profound conviction. You've changed your world with your heart. The deer remains in the clearing, a silent guardian of the forest's heart, as sunlight dances around it. In the tranquil forest, a deer lowers its head in a gesture of silent farewell. The deer melts away, fading into the depths of the woods. Alara stands alone, touched by an unexplainable tranquility, and watched going deer inside deeper into the forest. The village center thrives under the bright sun, teeming with activity and joy. Water flows freely, nourishing the land and sustaining life in Alara's village. Laughter echoes through the air as children play and families gather, embodying the vibrant spirit of the community. Alara's village stands as a sign to the resilience and prosperity, a light of hope in a world often marred by hardship. A newly constructed fountain stands proudly in the heart of the village, due to the villagers' dedication. Every stone and carving reflects the villagers' heartfelt efforts. At the fountain's heart, a detailed carving of a deer comes to life. Below the deer, an inscription whispers a timeless truth. Kindness brings true magic. The village thrives, reflecting kindness and magic.
Once upon a time, in the golden kingdom of Florin, there lived a poor girl named Mira. She had no jewels, no fancy clothes, but she had something special, a kind and gentle heart. She loves to grow roses. Each velvety petal unfolds, their vibrant red, a very beautiful contrast to the humble cottage. The roses relish in the sunlight, a vibrant sign of Mira's devoted care. A gentle breeze whispers through the garden, carrying the sweet scent of roses, and from the porch, grandmother watches Mira, her loving gaze a silent blessing. In this peaceful haven, the simple act of swinging with wind, roses becomes a heartfelt expression of love and life. Sunlight floods the cozy cottage, painting dust motes into fleeting stars as Mira and her grandmother prepare for a meal. The scent of roses, a sweet promise of summer, fills the air as they sit across from each other. A simple meal of bread and soup becomes a feast of shared moments and unspoken affections. Roses climb the cottage walls, their blooms peeking through the window frames, as if drawn to the warmth within. Under the radiant Floran sun, a marketplace buzzes with life, a symphony of laughter and commerce. Vendors sing out their wares, their voices blending into the vibrant melody of the day. The air itself hums with the energy of Floran, a kingdom thriving in joyous trade. In the luxurious meeting room of the royal palace, Prince Elian's thoughtful personality fills the space, as sunlight paints a mesmerizing dance of dust. A stillness envelops the room, as Elian's silence loudens the unexpressed tensions and unspoken expectations filled in the air. The dust motes dance like tiny secrets revealed in the sunbeams, as Elian's internal conflict increases, casting a shadow of doubt across the royal setting. His composed exterior masks a storm of inner turmoil, as Elian struggles with the choices that will shape his destiny and the fate of the kingdom. In this moment of quiet thoughtfulness, Elian's resolve begins to set, as he prepares to confront the challenges that lie before him with firm determination. He decided to arrange the Royal Garden Festival. It bursts to life, a symphony of colors and sounds filling the air. In between the overjoyed chaos, Mira enters with a basket of roses holding in her hands. Her roses were radiant red, blooms the mirror of joy in the garden, a promise of nature's beauty. Mira smiles gently, her arrival adding to the festival's vibrant colors. The Royal Garden Festival buzzes with life, a mixture of colors and a symphony of sounds. Among the revelry, most bypass Mira's stall, their attention captured by more prominent displays. Mira stands silently, a lonely figure in the corner, her delicate roses a touching contrast to the lively scene. The roses in her hands, fragile and elegant, stand out against the vibrant, overwhelming scene. Among the lively Royal Garden Festival, Prince Elian wanders, his eyes absorbing the bright displays. He stops, drawn in by a particular arrangement of roses, their colors a striking contrast. His gaze softens, captivated by the rose's exquisite beauty. Lost in admiration, Prince Elian is mesmerized by the roses. Elian walks purposefully toward Mira, the radiant hues of the roses mirrored in his eager eyes. He pauses, captivated by the breathtaking display of floral beauty. These are the most beautiful roses I've ever seen, Mira responds with heartfelt simplicity. They grow with love. The garden, alive with color and fragrance, becomes a vibrant stage for their unfolding connection. With a royal flourish, Elian purchases Mira's entire stock of roses, leaving a trail of awe in his wake. Elian extends a single golden coin to Mira, a gesture of princely generosity. Mira's gentle refusal echoes through the vibrant garden. Thank you, kind prince, but I only take what is fair. 1 coin is enough. Elian's face reveals astonishment at Mira's unexpected honesty. A genuine smile begins to spread across Elian's face, lighting up his features. Elian speaks with newfound admiration. You are honest and wise. May I know your name? Mira responds simply. I'm Mira. The garden festival buzzes around them. But Prince was busy in creating new connection with Mira. In the quiet of his royal chambers, Elian is caught in the gentle embrace of candlelight. His face filled with deep thoughts. His thoughts drift, drawn by the vibrant images of Mira and her roses, each petal a whisper of her gentle spirit. He reflects on Mira's kindness and honesty, finding himself captivated by the purity of her heart. The candlelight dances around him, as Elian remains lost in his thoughts. As his mind swirls with the essence of Mira, Elian stealthily approaches Mira's hidden cottage and observes her from far as a silent observer in the forest's embrace. Elian watches as Mira lovingly cares for her elderly grandmother. Her every action is a sign of her gentle heart. The cottage gives a sense of serene isolation, a haven from the harsh realities of the world beyond. Elian pauses, a mix of anticipation and trepidation swirling within him as he contemplates his next move. The forest whispers secrets as Elian steels himself, ready to step into Mira's world and disrupt the tranquility. Mira scatters seeds with graceful hands, calling forth a flurry of feathered friends. With tender care, she waters the plants, a gentle touch that speaks volumes. Elian's gaze softens, his expression thoughtful as he witnesses Mira's kindness. A quiet revelation dawns on Elian as he murmurs, I've never seen such kindness. He left from there with firm decision. Next day, he again came to check in a traveler disguise. They are sitting in a cottage situated deep within the forest. A fire crackles, casting a warm glow on the rough walls. Elian, a weary traveler, sits at the wooden table, kindness filled in his eyes. Mira, a young woman with a bright smile, ladles soup into bowls. Grandmother, wisdom lining her face, looks on with gentle affection. Elian's voice fills the cozy cottage. This soup is wonderful. Thank you for your generosity, Mira responds, her smile radiant. It's nothing. We always have enough to share. After greeting with soup, they took a walk towards the forest. Sunlight filters through the forest canopy as Elian and Mira journey deeper into the woods, their path illuminated by dim light. Mira's face lights up as she gestures, painting vivid images with her words. And then I want to open a little bakery right here in the village. Can you imagine? Fresh bread every morning, cakes for birthdays. Elian listens, a gentle smile gracing his lips as he responds softly. That sounds wonderful, Mira. Her eyes sparkle with hope as she presses. It's my dream. What about you, Elian? What do you dream about? Elian pauses, lost in thought, before confessing quietly. I haven't really thought about it. Maybe just peace. In a moment of heartfelt sincerity, Mira declares, if I ever meet the prince, I'll thank him for being kind, not just royal. Elian listens attentively, a gentle smile gracing his lips as Mira speaks. A shared moment of understanding passes between them, underscored by the quiet rustling of leaves and the soft light filtering through the canopy. The forest watches as they continue their conversation, the dappled sunlight, a silent witness to their unfolding story. In the royal palace, a momentous decision has taken place as Elian prepares to reveal his true identity. He chooses royal robes, the velvet heavy in his hands, a symbol of the weight of his secret. Each thread seems to whisper tales of duty and destiny as he prepares for his fateful visit to Mira. A nervous excitement fills the air as Elian prepares himself to unveil the truth, the weight of the crown, the burden of his identity rests upon his shoulders as he sets forth. Bathed in morning light, a humble cottage waits amidst the ancient trees. A figure emerges from the forest, his royal attire gleaming. Elian approaches Mira's cottage, the morning sun accentuating his noble bearing. He pauses before the entrance, excitement mingling with a hint of exposure. Sunlight streams through the forest canopy, illuminating a quaint cottage. Mira, her eyes wide, whispers in disbelief. You're the prince. Elian nods once, acknowledging her question, his eyes locking with hers. Elian gazes at Mira, his eyes reflecting a love that seeks only to cherish. With heartfelt sincerity, Elian asks, Mira, I've seen your heart. It shines brighter than gold. His voice, filled with earnest longing, echoes through the tranquil forest. He poses the question that could change their lives forever. Elian kneels before her, a gesture of respect and humility in the tranquil morning light. Will you be my princess? Her voice cracks with despair as she laments. But I'm just a poor girl. Her voice cracks with despair as she laments. But I'm just a poor girl. Elian's voice echoes through the tranquil morning. You are rich in goodness, and that is what my kingdom needs. A moment of quiet contemplation hangs in the air. Mira's gentle voice breaks the silence. I accept your proposal. The cottage seems to hold its breath, awaiting the consequences of this life-altering decision. The forest witnesses the quiet promise of a new beginning. Beneath the bright sky of the Floran kingdom, a grand celebration commences. Elian and Mira begin exchanging their vows, their voices echoing with love and promise. Mira, radiant with happiness, responds to Elian, her words filled with heartfelt emotion. The wedding ceremony culminates in an unforgettable moment of shared happiness and unity. In Royal Palace Garden, Mira, now Princess of Floran, embraces her new role. With tender hands, she places the rose bush into the earth. Instantly, vibrant roses bloom, painting the garden with life and color. The air shimmers with pollen, carrying a sweet fragrance that fills the palace garden. The garden is transformed into a symbol of beauty, a sign of Mira's touch. Her presence radiates, bringing a sense of peace and renewal to the palace. The Floran kingdom bursts with jubilation, a symphony of laughter and embraces filling the air. The kingdom's heart swells with gratitude as its people proclaim, "She may have come with nothing, but she gave the kingdom everything." A wave of euphoria washes over the Floran kingdom, binding its people in an unbreakable bond of shared joy. A wave of euphoria washes over the Floran kingdom, binding its people in an unbreakable bond of shared joy. In every glance, a story of transformation unfolds, the kingdom reborn through a selfless gift.
Welcome back, dear listeners, to another magical tale from the sea. Today, I will tell you the story of Sinbad's third voyage, a journey filled with danger, adventure, and diamonds. After returning safely from his second voyage, Sinbad promised to never go to sea again. But time passed, and the call of the ocean became too strong. The weight of his past voyages crashes over him, and inescapable storms within his soul. Unable to control his love of wandering, Sinbad rises, his luxurious prison now too restricted. He took steps restlessly, each step echoing the longing for distant shores and unexplored adventures. The Baghdad port teems with life, a symphony of motion and trade under the vast sky. A ship prepares to depart, its sails promising adventure and escape. The ocean's call proves irresistible. Old oaths are forgotten in the face of new horizons. Sinbad approaches the ship's officer, his resolve hardening with each step. With a hesitant signature, Sinbad commits himself once more to the unpredictable waves. He boards the ship, ready to embrace the journey that awaits him. Beneath a sky of endless blue, the ship moves forward, sails swirling with the wind. Sinbad stands at the bow, the ocean's breath kissing his face, his spirit ignited by the promise of the horizon. Around him, the sailors work, their laughter echoing against the vast areas. Their faces are filled with tales of the sea. The ocean stretches out to the horizon, an endless canvas painted with the promise of adventure and untold riches. Sinbad breathes deeply, the salty air filling his lungs, anticipation building with each passing wave. The ship casts anchor near a lush, grassy green island, a sign of hope on the horizon. Eager sailors, including Sinbad, get off the ship. They were excited to take some rest and have some adventure. The island was full of life. Exotic birds flitting among the trees, their calls echoing through the serene landscape. A freshwater spring bubbles nearby, its clear waters inviting Sinbad to refresh himself in this island paradise. Sinbad sits under the spread-out branches of a massive tree, finding peace in the symphony of nature. The gentle rustling of leaves and the distant chirping of birds weave a tranquil spell around him. A profound sense of peace washes over Sinbad, quieting the storms within his soul. As the sun filters through the canopy above, Sinbad fell asleep, surrendering to dreams. Sinbad awakens with a jolt, the harsh sting of salty air filling his senses, confused and bewildered on the beach. Confusion gave him chilling realization as Sinbad's eyes widen, the horrifying truth. He is left behind alone, Panic flares, igniting hopelessness, rush of adrenaline as he understands the situation. Getting to his feet, Sinbad run along the shore, his hopeless cries tearing through the salty air in a symphony of despair. His voice cracks, a raw plea lost in the vast area as he ran. His hope sinks as he watches the ship fade into a distant shadow, a crushing symbol of his abandonment against the vast horizon. Sinbad walks into the island's untamed heart, his senses alert as he searches for any sign of civilization. Sunlight filters through the dense canopy, casting a dim glow on the path ahead. His eyes widen as he spots an enormous, white egg nestled amongst the trees. The rock's egg gleams radiantly, an unmistakable sign of the island's hidden miracles. Sinbad approaches the egg, his face a mixture of awe and fear as he comes face to face with such a huge egg. The dark shadow covers the island as a massive rock blots out the sun, announcing the arrival of a huge creature. Sinbad, agile and alert, seeks refuge behind a rocky outcrop, avoiding the piercing gaze of the giant bird. A daring plan crystallizes in Sinbad's mind as he assesses his surroundings, his eyes reflecting a spark of cunning. With deft hands, Sinbad unwinds his turban, preparing for a dangerous plan. In a daring act of defiance, Sinbad secures one end of the turban to his waist, the other to the rock's leg, binding himself to the huge beast. The rock ascends, its gigantic wings slicing through the wind, initiating a breathtaking flight. The world shrinks beneath them, changing into a stunning panorama of huge mountains and endless oceans. Sinbad clings desperately. His grasp is sign of survival against the boundless sky. The rock descends majestically, its enormous wings churning dust and diamonds across the Valley of Diamonds. Sinbad, now unbound, cautiously steps onto the shimmering valley floor, his freedom hard-won. Sinbad surveys the landscape, a growing sense of dread washing over him as he spots huge snakes. Giant snakes glides through the precious stones, their scales gleaming in the daylight. He hides behind rocks at daytime. At nighttime, Sinbad comes out from his hiding place, his eyes scanning the Valley of Diamonds. People were throwing meat into the abyss. Their act was mysterious. Eagles descend from the sky, their claws outstretched, seizing the bait. Sinbad's eyes widen as he witnesses the glittering truth. Diamonds cling to the meat, revealing the valley's secret. In the Valley of Diamonds, Sinbad, sitting full of sweat glistening, thinking about his daring scheme. Next day, with quick hands, he fills his pockets, the diamonds catching the sun's harsh light. He secures himself tightly to a large piece of raw meat, his fate hanging in the balance. The diamonds glitter, promising riches beyond imagination. Sinbad's face is set with determination, his eyes reflecting the glint of the diamonds. He prepares for the skies to darken and the great birds to descend, his heart pounding with anticipation and fear. An eagle soars into the sky, its powerful claws seizing the meat. Sinbad finds himself clutched within the eagle's grasp, the ground far below. His heart races, his grip tightening as the world shrinks beneath them. Against all odds, the terrifying journey proves successful, carrying Sinbad to safety. The mountaintop glistens under the sun, silent and expectant. An eagle descends from the sky, a piece of meat clutched in its claws. A trader, disguised and weathered, approaches with a hopeful gaze, anticipating a prize. His eyes widen in disbelief. It is not diamonds he finds, but Sinbad. From there, Sinbad started his journey with the caravan, traveling across the seemingly endless desert sands. The trader's caravan winds its way through the bustling city streets. With each passing day, Sinbad's wealth grows, his pockets filled with diamonds. Sinbad's treasure expands, his eyes gleaming with ambition and dreams of even greater fortune. His face, a map of countless adventures, steps into his home. A chorus of cheers erupts as friends and family, their faces alight with relief and joy, greet Sinbad. Sinbad's eyes reflect a genuine warmth as he gestures for everyone to gather, a comforting aroma of dates and spices filling the air. My friends, my family, I thank God for my safe return. I have seen wonders beyond your wildest dreams, Sinbad proclaims, his voice filled with gratitude. Let us celebrate this reunion and give thanks for the blessings we share, Sinbad declares, his wanderlust momentarily satisfied by the embrace of home.
Year 3099. Orion 9 space station hums with activity. A jewel against the velvet void. In spite of the station's grand appearance, a grimy sector tells a different story. Cinderella labors tirelessly, the grease staining her hands as she cleans an air filter. Her dedication shines through the danger of the cold metallic surroundings. Each wipe brings a glimmer of hope to the station's forgotten corner. Cinderella's room overflows with tools and spare parts, a haven of invention. Among the clutter, 3 small AI drones, Spark, Blink, and Whir fill the air with their cheerful chirps. Cinderella tinkers gently with Spark, her touch precise and caring. The drones respond with affectionate whirs. Their presence are due to Cinderella's skills. On the contrary, Commander Vexa, Cinderella's stepmother, lives a luxurious life with her 2 daughters. She is in the zero-gravity spa, where robotic servants cater to her every desire. Starla and Nova, her daughters, drift alongside her, their fingers dancing across holographic displays as they indulge in virtual shopping. The Asteroid Mall interfaces shimmer around them. Among the weightlessness, gossip flows as freely as the currents of air, binding mother and daughters in a shared moment of leisure. Robotic servants glide gracefully, increasing the scene with an aura of technological service. In this luxury, the boundaries between reality and virtuality blur, creating a world of endless possibilities. On the mess hall screens, news broadcasts announce Prince Andromedon's Zero-G Ball. Excitement sparks through the space station, with hurried movements of the crew. Cinderella watches with longing, her gaze locked on the distant gala's shimmering images. The mess hall buzzes with excited chatter as the crew discusses the upcoming ball. Cinderella's eyes reflect a mix of longing and resignation as she remains still, watching the shimmering gala on the screen. In her rich suite, Commander Vexa's face twists in fury as she grabs the offending invitation. Her voice dripping with disgust, Commander Vexa spits out, "You? At a royal event? You're just a maintenance girl. With a violent gesture, she shreds the ticket, the pieces floating like mocking confetti. Starla's mocking laughter fills the room, adding insult to injury. Nova joins in the cruel amusement, the sound echoing through the suite. On the stark landscape of Orion 9, a luxury shuttle awaits its passengers. Commander Vexa, Starla, and Nova step aboard, their expressions indifferent. With a casual wave, they dismiss Cinderella, leaving her behind. She watches them depart, a single tear drop down her cheek. In the loneliness of her quarters, Cinderella sits, her spirit crushed. Suddenly, the room is bathed in an otherworldly shimmer. The light intensifies, wrapping Cinderella in its beautiful glow. Hope flickers in Cinderella's eyes as the shimmer dances around her. Galaxiella shows up, a vision of starlight and shimmering wires. Stars weave through her form, shimmering jewelry twinkling with cosmic energy. Her presence fills the room with the promise of magic and technology. Galaxiella's voice rings out, echoing with otherworldly power. You shall go to the ball! In Cinderella's humble quarters, Galaxiella extends a hand, her touch poised to ignite a heavenly transformation. With the wave of her magic wand, she dressed her into a breathtaking space gown of shimmering silver blue. Stardust weaves through the fabric, infusing it with cosmic energy. Her rugged boots dissolve, reforming as elegant crystal gravity shoes. Under the alien sun of Orion 9, Galaxiella gestures towards a seemingly harmless tiny cube. Before their eyes, the cube unfolds, revealing itself as a sleek star cruiser. Galaxiella warns in her urgent tone. But remember, its magic will dissolve at midnight. The gleaming star cruiser stands ready for Cinderella to leave for the journey. Cinderella leaves for a daring journey through the cosmos, her star cruiser a sign of hope in the inky blackness. She navigates through the swirling circles of a wormhole, light and color bending around her in a dizzying dance. The ship comes out from the star tunnel, a new galaxy unfolding before Cinderella, promising adventure and mystery. In the Zero-G ballroom of Cellstara, dancers float effortlessly in jeweled gowns and polished chrome. Suddenly, Cinderella enters, and a deep hush sweeps through the ballroom. Her extreme natural beauty captivates all, silencing the artificial glamour. Prince Andromedon, by the shimmering energy fountain, stares, utterly spellbound, in the zero-gravity ballroom of Celesta, Cinderella, and Prince Andromedon begin their beautiful dance. Starlight floods the ballroom, casting an otherworldly glow on the couple as they spin. Cinderella, lost in the moment, wonders aloud, "Have you ever wondered about the nebulae, Prince Andromedon?" Prince Andromedon, captivated by both her and the cosmos, replies, "Indeed, Cinderella. And the ancient galaxies swirling in the cosmic ballet?" Their dance continues, a cosmic ballet mirroring the nebulae and ancient galaxies they discuss. In the Zero-G ballroom, the ship's clock signals midnight. Cinderella floats weightlessly, suspended in the air. Her eyes widen in silent terror as the clock's chime echoes around her. Weightlessness amplifies her sense of helplessness and dread. In the bustling crowds of Celestar, Cinderella makes a swift escape. Her shrinking star cruiser streaks across the sky like a fleeting shadow against the cosmic canvas. In her haste, a single crystal gravity shoe was removed from her feet, falling unnoticed onto the landing ramp. In a zero-gravity ballroom, starlight dances through crystalline walls, unveiling Prince Andromedon. He clutches a crystal show, its facets scattering rainbows across his regal face. A determined glint sparks in his eyes as he studies the crystal show. His voice echoes through the ballroom. I vowed to find its owner. The crystal shoe gleams, a sign of hope in the vast areas. Aboard the Celestara, Prince Andromedon's intense gaze at the vast areas of the galaxy. His face shows his determination. The stardust readings fluctuate, tantalizing him with the promise of a breakthrough. Hope flickers in his eyes as the faintest trace of a lead. Fragile, yet undeniable. In the vast areas of space, Prince Andromedon's ship cuts through the void. A sign of hope seems in the darkness. With graceful precision, the ship approaches Orion 9, a symbol of unity in the face of cosmic challenges. The ship docks seamlessly with the space station, a crucial moment that bridges worlds and ignites new possibilities. Commander Vex's luxury suite becomes a prison as Cinderella is locked inside the maintenance pod. Starla and Nova step forward, their ambition burning bright in their eyes. Starla tries to force her foot into the shoe, but it fiercely rejects her attempt. Nova steps up, hoping for a different outcome, but the shoe denies her as well. The shoe remains untouched on the floor, a silent judge of their unworthiness. Frustration mounts as their dreams are repeatedly crushed. In the stark corridor of Orion 9, Spark, the AI drone, streaks towards the prince. The drone emits a whirring sound as it approaches, its purpose urgent. Suddenly, a holographic image flickers to life, casting a delicate glow. The image solidifies, revealing Cinderella's true identity in a burst of light. The revelation hangs in the air, transforming the sterile corridor into a stage of destiny. With an outstretched hand, the prince's voice echoes through the bay. Will you join me among the stars? The question hangs in the air, a promise of adventure and destiny. Cinderella's eyes reflect a hopeful glint, a soft smile gracing her lips. A quiet determination settles in her gaze as she speaks. Only if I can bring my friends. Cinderella strides confidently onto the royal cruiser, her presence commanding attention. A silent escort of drones surrounds Cinderella, their metallic bodies gleaming. The royal cruiser awaits, a symbol of power and prestige, ready to embark. Against the backdrop of a swirling galaxy, Cinderella, the prince, and their AI drone friends embark on the voyage of stars. The spaceship streaks through the cosmos, leaving a shimmering trail of stardust in its wake. Among the stars, they share tales of kindness and courage, echoing the unforgettable story of a girl who danced among stars.
With Neo Plus, transfer your salary and avail 6.25% per annum. No minimum balance required. Can't transfer salary? No problem. Get 5% per annum when your minimum balance is 50,000 dirhams. Get up to 5,000 dirhams joining bonus. Download Mashrek mobile app to open a Neo Plus Saver account now.
صباح الفل.
صباح النور.
كده كل حاجة؟ اوكي. ماشي يا عم، الجبنة الشيدر اللانش بوكس هتولع. رز. معلش انا اسف جدا.
ولا يهمك.
يعني هنعتبر اللي وقع ده تمام. كده الحساب لحظة واحدة، ده من هنا؟
لا ده جوزي ابني.
لا يا فندم قصدي على الباتيه.
يلا يا بوتي.
الباتيه. حتة صغيرة أصلا. تمام يا فندم، كده الحساب 650 جنيه يعني 700.
لو عادي تاخد حقك ناقص حته يبقى عادي تحول فلوس ناقص حته. تاب تاب سند اول ابلكيشن تحول بيها الفلوس لاهلك في مصر على اي محفظه الكترونيه او اي حساب بنكي بدون اي رسوم، يعني مش ناقص ولا حته. تاب تاب سند، حول وقتي.
Windale Village basks in the sunlight, a tableau of everyday life unfolding. Unseen, ancient magic slumbers beneath the village's serene facade. The whispering willow looms in the distance, its long shadow a silent sentinel. Life pulses gently through Windale, oblivious to the mystical secrets it holds. The village continues its day, veiled in normalcy, as the sun sets, painting the sky in hues of gold and pink. Lila approaches the whispering willow, her eyes wide with curiosity. Hesitation flickers across Lila's face as she pauses, her small hand reaching out towards the ancient tree. The whispering willow stands tall, as Lila's small hand rests against its ancient bark. The mind of Lila unfolds, a landscape of dreams where reality blurs and imagination reigns. Colors swirl and dance, weaving a tapestry of the unreal that captures the eye and stirs the soul. Whispers echo, soft as a sigh. In this otherworldly realm, their subtle presence adding to the sense of mystery and enchantment. A voice calls out, resonating from the depths of the dreamscape. Lila, the magic calls you. At the whispering willow, Lila leans in, her brow furrowed as she strains to hear the secrets carried on the wind. The leaves rustle, and the whispers begin, faint at first, then into a clear language. It speaks. Beneath my roots lies a realm unseen, where time forgets to march, and magic lies under every stone. The ancient tree shares its secrets, revealing a world beyond comprehension. Near the ancient roots, a spiral of light awakens, swirling with otherworldly energy. With unwavering faith, Lila whispers into the night, I believe in magic. Lila arrives in a world where wonder is not just seen but felt, a realm where trees gleam with crystalline leaves. Liquid silver streams through the land, mirroring a sky bursting with vibrant colors. Talking owls hoot secrets to the moon. Glowing rabbits hop through fields of stardust. Tiny fairies with bell-like voices flit about, their laughter echoing through the air. Lila enters the magical realm, and her eyes widen with curiosity. She reaches out, gently touching the creature. Lila gains a deeper understanding of the balance within this world. Lila steps into the heart of a magical realm, where destiny awaits. Elion, a wizard of ageless wisdom, stands with eyes that twinkle like distant stars. With a voice as ancient as time itself, Elion declares, You have been chosen to protect the balance of magic. The weight of the world, the balance of magic. now rests on Lila's shoulders. Inside Elian's hut, ancient artifacts stand as silent witnesses to forgotten ages, bathed in the soft glow of ethereal orbs. The air hangs heavy with the scent of dried herbs and the lingering essence of forgotten magic. Elian looks on with concern. Our world is fading, Lila, because humans have forgotten the wonders of kindness, imagination, and hope. His words echo through the small space, a lament for a world losing its way. The ancient artifacts seem to pulse with a faint, sympathetic light, as if agreeing with Elian's grim assessment. Lila wanders through the magical realm, a world painted in hues of wonder and enchantment. She seeks wisdom not in books, but in the rustling whispers carried by the wind. She deciphers the secrets etched in the celestial script of the stars, unlocking cosmic mysteries. She lends her ear to the melodious songs of the fairies, their voices weaving tales of joy and sorrow. True magic, she discovers, lies not in power, but in the gentle art of healing and the selfless act of sharing joy. Sunlight dances through the fairy glade, illuminating Lila as she finds solace on a mossy stone. Eyes closed, Lila immerses herself in the tinkling chorus of the fairies' songs. Shimmering figures weave through the flowers, their wings ablaze with light. A subtle shift in tone. Lila begins to understand the music of the fairies. She realizes the fairies sing of nature's delicate balance, a plea for harmony. The air hums with magic, as Lila absorbs the fairies' urgent message. Sunlight paints the crystal cave's entrance with rainbows, beckoning Lila into a world of shimmering wonder. She steps cautiously into the cavern, surrounded by crystalline structures humming with otherworldly energy. Lila reaches out, her fingers brushing against a large, pulsating crystal. A wave of warmth envelops her as she discovers a profound connection to the earth. In the magical realm, Elian stands before his hut, his hand outstretched in anticipation. He presents a gift, a small, intricately carved wooden pendant glowing softly. The wood is smooth and warm, clearly fashioned from the ancient whispering willow. With a tender smile, Elian imparts a blessing, his voice resonating with ancient power. Wear this, and magic will follow you always. The pendant awaits Lila, promising enchantment and wonder with every touch. Lila, bathed in ethereal light, steps back into the spiral, a journey through realms unseen. She finds herself once more in Windale, the familiar whispering willow standing sentinel. Though Windale remains the same, Lila carries within her the profound echo of change. Lila walks through Windale Village, the wooden pendant around her neck. The villagers watch her, their eyes filled with suspicion. Despite their doubt, the air hints at change, a subtle shift in their distrust. The village awaits, poised on the edge of acceptance, as Lila continues her walk. In Windale Gardens, the flowers burst forth in a riot of color, their vibrancy intensified, beckoning all who pass by. The animals of Windale Gardens display a newfound trust, drawing closer to Lila without hesitation. Even the shyest creatures of the garden venture forth, their curiosity piqued by Lila's gentle presence. Windale Gardens is transformed into a haven of beauty and tranquility, where nature's wonders unfold in harmonious symphony. The residents of Windale homes radiate happiness, their faces reflecting pure joy. A subtle magic permeates the air, filling every corner with wonder and delight. Lila's pendant emits a soft, ethereal glow, a constant reminder of the magic she holds close. She quietly acknowledges the magic within her, her eyes filled with newfound strength and purpose. At Lila's school, children gather, their faces eager as she prepares to transport them to another world. With sweeping gestures, Lila begins her tale, painting a vivid picture of magical realms and wondrous creatures. The children's eyes widen, reflecting the breathtaking landscapes Lila rise up with her words. Hanging on every word, their firm belief transforms the schoolyard into a gateway to imagination. As the sun dips below the horizon, Windale Village becomes a tableau of golden light, the villagers gathering in silent reverence. The sky transforms into a vibrant canvas, its breathtaking colors eliciting gasps of awe and wonder from the assembled crowd. Bathed in the warm hues of twilight, a shared sense of community binds the villagers together in this moment of natural beauty. As twilight descends upon the Whispering Willow, Lila finds solace beneath its sheltering branches. The wind orchestrates a symphony through the leaves, a gentle melody that stirs the soul. Inside Windale homes, a gentle lamplight bathes the living rooms, where families unite in warm, inviting harmony. The comforting aroma of warm cider and gingerbread fills the air, setting the stage for tales of compassion and fantasy. In hushed tones, parents begin to share stories, their voices echoing with reverence, imparting the values learned from Lila's magical adventures to a new generation. With each carefully narrated tale, the spirit of Lila's kindness and imagination lives on, weaving its way into the hearts of the listeners. Windale Village awakens, its cobblestone streets teeming with curious visitors drawn by whispers of magic. Children's laughter echoes through the air as they chase each other past colorful buildings, their joy infectious. Merchants display enchanted trinkets, their colorful wares adding to the village's mystical attraction. She gazes up at the heavenly sky. Its darkness is contrasting with the twinkling stars. A gentle breeze whispers secrets through Lila's hair, carrying the scent of magic and untold stories. Her voice, soft yet firm, echoes that true magic blossoms from the heart's deepest desires. No matter how impossible it may seem, she adds, her words are hope in the darkness. Sunlight weaves through the enchanted forest's canopy, veiling the hidden splendor of glittering glen. Waterfalls cascade down mossy rocks, their gentle roar echoing through the glen, a symphony of nature's magic. Rose bushes burst forth in vibrant hues, their petals unfurling in a riot of color, painting the glen with nature's artistry. Glittering Glen comes alive, home to hundreds of fairies from every corner of the fairy world. Fairies dance and flutter among the rose bushes, their laughter mingling with the gentle murmur of the waterfalls. The fairies gather by the cascading waterfalls, their voices joining the chorus of the glen's enchanting melody. In Glittering Glen, fairies flutter, their wings shimmering in the sunlight. The glen buzzes with excitement as the fairy fashion show approaches. Anticipation fills the air as fairies prepare for the centennial event. Elaborate decorations adorn the glen, showcasing the grandeur of the fairy fashion show. The fairy fashion show preparations continue, the glen transformed into a spectacle of magic and beauty. The workshop is filled with shimmering spider silk, glistening dewdrops, and rainbow petals. Vials of stardust pulse with a faint, ethereal light, illuminating her workspace. In the heart of the fairy workshop, Lena, the youngest fairy, sits alone, her stained glass wings catching the sunlight. She stares intently at a half-finished design, her brow furrowed in concentration. The weight of the upcoming show presses down on her, a palpable sense of anticipation. She pauses, her gaze fixed on the intricate details of her creation, lost in thought. As the night unfolds, a canvas painted with moonlight across a tranquil meadow. Beneath the ethereal glow of a moonflower, Lena sits, suspended in a world of deep thoughts. A gentle breeze whispers secrets through the meadow. An idea ignites within Lena, a spark of inspiration in the stillness of the night, stirring Lena's senses. Her gaze lifts, drawn upwards to the moon, now reflecting a newfound determination burning brightly in her eyes. The moon watches over her, a silent witness to the birth of a dream, fueling the fire within. Lena ascends to the tallest tree, bathed in the ethereal glow of moonlight. She delicately plucks silver threads of moonlight, her movements precise and ethereal. With graceful care, she gathers the shimmering strands, weaving a tapestry of captured light. The silver threads of moonlight coalesce in her hands, a beacon of ethereal beauty. Under the cloak of night, the lake glistens, its surface mirroring a sky full of secrets as Lena prepares to dance. Lena steps onto the water, defying reality with each graceful movement, a ripple of magic spreading from her feet. With each turn, Lena gathers drops of truth, the water transforming into diamonds that scatter across the night. A wide smile blossoms across Lena's face, reflecting the diamonds of truth she holds, a beacon of pure joy. In a profound moment, Lena feels an unbreakable bond with nature, a symphony of magic resonating within her. The fairy workshop glows with a soft, ethereal light, a haven of magic and industry. Lena, surrounded by her tiny assistants, meticulously weaves moonlight threads. Diligent ants carry shimmering threads, their tiny bodies moving with surprising strength and purpose. Buzzing bees, their wings a blur, deliver dewdrops, each one a tiny jewel. A sleepy caterpillar, its movements slow, adds a touch of whimsy to the scene. Sunlight streams into the fairy workshop, where dust motes dance in the golden air. Lena delicately holds up a soft silver gown, its fabric shimmering with an ethereal glow. As she twirls, tiny flowers bloom and unfurl across the hem of the gown, a testament to her skill. She pauses, gazing at her creation with a soft smile. It's perfect. I truly did it. A wave of pride washes over her as accomplishment settles deep within her heart. The fairy fashion show begins in Glittering Glen, a dazzling spectacle of light and color. The fairies' gowns morph with each gentle breeze, colors swirling in a hypnotic dance that captivates the eye. Melodies fill the air as the fairies sing, their voices weaving a tapestry of sound that echoes through the glen. The audience watches with rapt attention, their faces lit by the magical display. The glen erupts in wild applause, a symphony of appreciation for the extraordinary spectacle. The spotlight looms, casting a stark glow as Lena steps onto the stage, her heart pounding. The intense light reveals her radiant gown. In Glittering Glen, a hush falls as Lena arrives, her gown radiating a soft, golden light that bathes the landscape. The glen responds in kind. Flowers stretch toward her, drawn by her warmth. Fireflies waltz around Lena, their lights mirroring the glow of her dress, captivated by her presence. Even the wind stills, holding its breath in reverence of the serene beauty that Lena brings to the glen. Sunlight, illuminates Glittering Glen, where a gentle breeze whispers through the trees. Queen Miralyn stands, her regal gown shimmering, as tears well in her eyes. Queen Miralyn's voice trembles as she whispers, "This is not just fashion. This is magic with soul." Her words echo through the glen, imbued with profound emotion. The breeze rustles through the trees again, carrying her words like a benediction. A hush falls as the moonlit crystal crown is gently placed upon Lena's head. The crowd bursts into thunderous applause, a sea of faces lit by admiration for Lena's deeply moving creation. The crown sparkles, casting a rainbow of colors across Lena's face and gown. "I am deeply honored to receive this crown," she speaks, her voice echoing through the glen. Lena expresses her gratitude. "Thank you to everyone who has supported me, especially my dear forest helpers." In Glittering Glen, designers approach Lena, curiosity lighting their faces. The sun warms the scene as they gather, eager to uncover the mysteries of her art. The designers ask, "Lena, we've been so inspired by your work. How do you design with love, not just light?" Lena responds, a gentle smile gracing her lips, ready to share her secrets. "I'm happy to share my knowledge and inspire others," Lena says. In a field of daisies, Lena stands, her face glowing with joy. She teaches that true beauty comes from within, and when you create from love and kindness, your magic will outshine them all. Sunlight falling over the village. Nestled peacefully among rolling hills, Amara walks through the village square, her expression thoughtful as she watches other children play. She lingers on the edge of the group, a quiet observer of the joyful games. The peaceful atmosphere of the village contrasts with the hidden longing in Amara's gaze. Sunlight bathes the cozy cottage, illuminating shelves full of books and flowers. Amara gently assists her grandmother in tending to their indoor garden. The cottage exudes warmth and tranquility, yet a sense of solitude lingers in the air. Amara smiles politely, but her eyes reveal a distant, faraway gaze. Lost in thought, Amara's mind wanders to another place. Deep in her thoughts, she reached the cottage attic. Dust motes dance in the sunbeams, illuminating forgotten relics. Amara. Amara, with eyes full of youthful wonder, treads softly through the silent space. Her foot catches, sending her stumbling, her hand grasping at the unknown beneath a pile of blankets. She kneels, pulling away the faded fabric, revealing a treasure from another time. A beautiful old dollhouse emerges from beneath the dust, its intricate details hinting at stories untold. Amara sits back, her eyes wide with fascination as she gazes upon the dollhouse. In the quiet of her room, she delicately sets a dollhouse on a small table. The dollhouse, a miniature world of wooden doors and crystal windows, captures her imagination. Amara whispers, her voice filled with longing. I wish I could go inside and see what it is like to live in there. Her eyes reflect a dream of stepping into the tiny, perfect life within. At night, the dollhouse glows with an otherworldly light, casting long shadows across Amara's room. Amara dozed off peacefully, unaware of the magic about to unfold. A surge of magic shrinks Amara, reducing her to the size of a doll. Her eyes snap open, wide with disbelief, as she finds herself tiny. Amara stands before the dollhouse, now a towering structure in her newly diminutive world. The dollhouse door creaks open, a silent welcome to Amara. Inside, the dollhouse pulses with light and music, beckoning Amara into its embrace. Tiny teacups fill with steaming cocoa, their warmth promising comfort. Amara settles onto the plush velvet couch, welcomed by its gentle bounce. Amara steps into the dollhouse kitchen, her eyes wide with curiosity. The sweet scent of baking cookies fills the tiny kitchen, a comforting aroma. Fresh cookies baked by themselves on a miniature stove. The rich aroma fills the air, creating a sense of warmth and comfort. Amara's fingers twitch, inching closer to the warm cookies. She touches the miniature stove, a spark of wonder in her eyes. She enters the dollhouse library, where books float in a mesmerizing dance. She steps further into the room, drawn by the silent beckoning of countless stories. A gentle touch as her fingers graze the spine of a leather-bound volume. Her eyes widen, reflecting the magical dance of the books around her. The library is filled with floating books, each one a portal to another world. She is surrounded by the silent, swirling tales of the dollhouse library. Amara stands before the dollhouse garden, her eyes widening as she beholds the explosion of colors. The tiny flowers seem to pulse with life, each petal a brushstroke of rainbow hues. She marvels at the delicate details, lost in the miniature world's vibrant beauty. The garden's charm fills Amara with a sense of wonder, her imagination ignited by its enchanting allure. Sunlight floods the dollhouse, illuminating the stillness as Amara steps into the miniature living room. A voice echoes, breaking the silence. Welcome, Amara. Amara, startled, whirls around, her eyes searching. Who said that? A gentle voice responds, revealing the house's guardian. I'm the guardian of this house. I am Leora. You awakened its magic by wishing with a pure heart. Amara's voice echoes in the tiny room. Can I stay here forever? Leora's gentle words fill the space. The house shows its wonders to kind souls, but it is meant to guide, not to keep. Leora continues, her voice soft, yet firm. Each visitor learns something special. Her voice cuts through the silence. You care deeply for others, but you sometimes feel lonely, don't you? With heartfelt sincerity, she begins to gesture around the room. The magic of the house isn't only in these walls, Leora says, her voice soft. It lives in love, kindness, and the moments we share. Her eyes gleam as she insists. You have that magic inside you. In the dimness of her room, Amara is captivated by the dollhouse's otherworldly glow. A strange sensation envelops Amara as she feels herself growing, reaching towards the distant ceiling. The dollhouse shrinks, its ethereal shimmer fading as it returns to its normal form. Amara blinks, the strange feeling receding as she returns to her normal state. Amara bursts into the cottage kitchen, her energy filling the cozy space. Her grandmother stands at the stove, a gentle hum escaping her lips as she busies herself with breakfast preparations. Amara's voice rings out with youthful enthusiasm. "Grandma, can we invite some children from the village over to play today?" Grandmother pauses from her cooking, her expression thoughtful as she considers Amara's request. The aroma of breakfast fills the air, a comforting scent mingling with the promise of a day filled with laughter and play. In the heart of the vibrant cottage garden, Amara stands encircled by a chorus of joyous village children. Their laughter dances through the air, weaving tales of friendship and innocent games. Amid the joyful chaos, Amara's gaze softly drifts towards the dollhouse, a silent guardian of forgotten dreams. A knowing smile graces Amara's lips, a secret pact with the past revive in her heart. The enchantment lives on in my heart, a whisper of magic that exceeds time and space. The cottage garden breathes with renewed life, its flowers blooming in harmony with the stories shared and the memories cherished.
Aisha's family moved out to the farmhouse. The farmhouse stands weathered yet inviting, its peeling paint and overgrown vines whispering tales of time. Aisha, her eyes wide with youthful wonder, gazes upon the scene with a blend of curiosity and unease. Air carries an unfamiliar fragrance of wood smoke, mixing in the stillness of the countryside. Distant bird song echoes through the quiet village, a gentle symphony that underscores the family's arrival. Asha cautiously steps into the old farmhouse, her senses alert. Sunlight filters through dusty windows, casting long shadows that dance across the antique furniture. An unsettling presence grows as Aisha approaches the shadowed stairs. The old house groans around her, its secrets whispering. One day, out of curiosity, Aisha slowly walks toward the narrow, shadowed stairs leading to the attic. She steps into the attic, the air thick with cold and foreboding. Dust motes dance like ghostly apparitions in the faint light. An antique mirror stands hidden in shadow, its secrets guarded by a moth-eaten cloth. The lone light bulb flickers ominously, casting long, dancing shadows across the room. Aisha advances cautiously, drawn by an unseen force. The shadows lengthen, twisting familiar shapes into menacing figures. She immediately leaves the room. At night, she returns to the attic, where dust dances in the moonlight. She moves with a clear sense of purpose, her eyes set on a forgotten corner of the room. She pauses before a large, ornate mirror, hidden beneath a faded cloth, pulling the cloth away, revealing the mirror's unsettling symbols. She stands before the antique mirror. She tilts her head inquisitively, testing the strange delay of the reflection. Reflection mimics her movement, but a bit too late, sending a chill down the spine. The air grows heavy with unease as the mirror's secret lingers unspoken. In the dimly lit attic, Aisha slowly raises her hand towards the antique mirror. The reflection hesitates, then eerily mirrors Aisha's movement. A bit later, the reflection's lips curve into a sinister smile. A wave of terror washes over her as she saw the impossible. She remains frozen, eyes fixated on the mirror, and body started trembling. She hardly reached her room. In the dead of night, she lies awake, her eyes wide and haunted in the darkness. Sleep refuses to come. Her body restless as she tosses and turns, the soft sheets whispering around her. The tormenting image of the smiling reflection flickers behind her eyelids. Outside, the wind howls with the fury of a tormented spirit, rattling the windows and whistling through the eaves as the old house groans in protest. In the eerie stillness of her dream, Aisha confronts her reflection in the mirror. The reflection wasn't hers. Lips twist into a cruel smile, a sinister contrast to Aisha's bewildered expression. A chilling whisper echoes through the room, a voice not of this world. The reflection speaks in a language unknown, foreign, and deeply unsettling. The chilling words hang in the air, a dark omen in the silent bedroom. In the silent depths of night, a mirror's surface shimmers, a gateway to the unreal. A ripple becomes reality as Aisha's reflection breaks free, stepping out of the glass. Aisha, clad in night clothes, is barefoot and attempts to flee the encroaching horror. The reflection mirrors her every move, a twisted parody, only a step ahead. The dream comes each night, increasing the terror and chilling, dead frightening. Out of curiosity and to overcome her fears, Aisha went again next morning. The reflection stands still, its posture subtly unnatural, creating a chilling sense of unease. Aisha cautiously re-enters the attic, where dust motes twirl in the pale morning light. The mirror stands silently against the wall, its surface gleaming softly as if touched by unseen hands. Aisha pauses, her eyes narrowing as she notices a faint handprint ghosting the glass. The handprint seems to press from within, a silent echo from the other side. Aisha stands frozen, her breath catching in her throat as she stares at the mysterious mark. She ran from attic and entered the kitchen, where her nanny was already sitting in sunlight, peeping through the window. She sit across her on the table. Aisha's eyes widen as she reveals, "I found a mirror with a strange handprint on it." Nani's expression darkens, a shadow falling over her face. Nani warns, her voice laced with dread. "You found the devil's mirror." The warm light in the kitchen seems to flicker, casting eerie shadows that dance around them. Nani stands solemnly in the kitchen, the weight of her words hanging heavy in the air. Her voice drops to a whisper as she begins to unravel the mirror's sinister past. A woman who practiced dark magic lived in this house, Nani reveals, her eyes filled with a deep knowing. She explains, her tone laced with warning. She made that mirror to trap souls. The kitchen grows colder as Nani speaks of the trapped souls, the air thick with unseen presence. They say her spirit still lives inside it, Nani concludes, the room now echoing with the chilling possibility. Aisha starts trembling, her hands betraying a storm within. She whispers, her voice barely audible amidst the silence. What do I do? Nani's voice, a firm anchor in the swirling chaos, commands. Cover it. Nani continues, her words sharp and urgent. Don't look into it again. Nani's tone softens, a promise of solace in her next words. I will call the Malvi in the morning. Aisha stares blankly ahead, her mind racing as she processes Nani's instructions, the weight of the unknown pressing down on her. But, to dismay of the family, the shadow has already captured Aisha. In the dimly lit attic, Aisha lies in a deep slumber, unaware of the eerie transformation unfolding around her. The antique mirror stands exposed, its surface gleaming ominously in the darkness, hinting at hidden secrets. A disturbing anomaly. Asha's reflection is missing, replaced by a chilling void. Asha suddenly cries out, "Ah!" as the terrifying reality of her missing reflection dawns on her. Asha's parents rush into the attic, their faces masks of sheer terror. The attic reveals its emptiness, a silent testament to Aisha's disappearance. The ornate mirror is gone, leaving an echoing void where beauty once reflected. Silence descends, broken only by the ghostly scent of extinguished candles. A whisper lingers, a voice not Aisha's, weaving through the stillness. Against the backdrop of an inky sky, an old farmhouse stands in silent, cloaked in shadows. Villagers gather, their faces lit by the faint glow of lanterns, whispering tales of shadows and reflections. From the darkness, a voice whispers of a haunted mirror. If you visit that house on a moonless night and you climb to the attic, you'll find a mirror standing alone.
افركيها، انقعيها، ضيفي لها موسيقى، تروح البقعة تقريبا. أنا أبغاها تروح كلها.
ريال نظافة بلاتينية الجديد في 10 مرات مزيلات بقع إضافية، يزيل أصعب البقع.
غسلة واحدة بدون خطوات إضافية.
A hidden valley unfolds, cradled by snow-capped peaks, where the 7 dwarves emerge from their cozy birchwood cottage. Each dwarf, a distinct character, steps into the sunlit valley, ready to start their day. Under the sun, the dwarves march to the hills, their pickaxes catching the light. Lanterns sway gently, guiding their path. Their quest, to find singing stones. Deep within the Bluebell Cavern, Kindle stumbles upon a large glowing stone. The stone pulsates with music, filling the cavern with its ethereal song. Stalactites weep, echoing the beauty of the sound. This discovery promises to change Kindle's life forever. The dwarves, tired from their journey, return to their cozy cottage, the singing stone heavy in their arms. The rough-hewn door creaks open, revealing a warm, inviting interior. As the stone is gently placed on the hearth, a soft, ethereal glow fills the cottage. The air vibrates with the beginning of a song, its melody weaving itself into the very fabric of their home. The cottage transforms into a haven of joy, filled with laughter and captivating stories. Travelers approach the dwarves' cottage, their faces reflecting eager anticipation. They carry gifts, the warm scent of freshly baked bread, the sweet allure of golden honey, and stories woven from distant travels. A quiet excitement fills the air, as they gather around the singing stone. Whispers of the stone's power reach a greedy lord, setting in motion a dark ambition. Soldiers march into the valley, their presence shattering the peace. The dwarves, in a desperate act, try to hide the stone. Guided by the stone's song, the soldiers reached. Their relentless act turned the valley doomed. Harmony fades as conflict erupts, the valley's fate hanging in the balance. The valley falls silent, the dwarves' hearts heavy with despair. A determination sparks within them to retrieve the stone. Under the cloak of night, Nimble infiltrates the Lord's castle, his movements as silent as the shadows themselves. The stone walls loom, but Nimble's determination burns brighter than any torch. Each step they took reluctantly and carefully, it was a bold and huge intrusion. In the castle halls, Tidy accurately made maps. He focus absolute. Witty stands before the guards. A mischievous glint dances in his eyes. He presents a series of riddles, each designed to perplex. The guards find themselves confused. This is his diversion, a calculated display of cleverness to buy precious time. The dwarves arrive at the room, a heavy silence hanging in the air. An atmosphere of anticipation fills the room as they approach the stone. The stone sits silently, the dwarves' tension growing with each step. Kindle touches the stone, and a song bursts forth, now laced with fury. The stone's song reveals its rage at captivity and mistreatment. The castle's ancient stone walls shudder violently as deep fissures spread across their surfaces. Thick, thorny vines burst forth as the stones resonate with a rage, once impenetrable, shatters into fragments, its strength undone by the relentless force. Terror grips the greedy lord as he turns and flees, his footsteps echoing through the collapsing hall. The dwarves, faces marked by determination and sweat, bear the heavy stone toward their valley. Sunlight bathes the scene, illuminating their triumphant return and the palpable sense of restored harmony. Relief shines in their eyes, their shoulders squared as they march toward home. Beneath the ancient tree, the dwarves bury the stone, its destiny intertwined with the forest. The stone finds its place, ready to hum softly through the soil, promising enduring nourishment to the forest. Sunlight streams through the forest canopy, dappling the valley floor with dancing light. If you listen closely, you might hear music rising from the earth. With a pure heart and gentle hands, a dwarf might reveal the path to the singing stone. In the heart of the dwarf's cozy cottage, Mary hums a cheerful tune, filling the air with warmth and the promise of a hearty breakfast. The kitchen is filled with the aroma of frying bacon and freshly baked bread. Sleepy lags behind, his yawns echoing in the crisp morning air. Exhaustion marks Sleepy's face, yet his companions offer silent support. Light dances across gnarled trees and tangled undergrowth, the forest alive with unseen eyes. By the riverbank, the dwarves find solace in shared moments of rest and camaraderie. Huddled together, the dwarves share stories and laughter, their bond strengthened by shared experiences. The valley bathes in the warm glow of the setting sun, a symphony of gold and amber. Dwarves, their faces reflecting lives well lived, gather in harmony around the ancient tree. From the heart of the ancient tree, a stone pulses with a gentle hum, its song of peace echoing through the valley. In the green valley, children dance, their laughter echoing through the trees. Their play symbolizes the enduring joy and magic brought by the singing stone.
Long ago, in a quiet village surrounded by thick forests and rolling hills, there lived a humble woodcutter named Harun. He was a strong, honest man who worked hard every day to earn a simple living. Every morning, Harun would walk deep into the forest with his axe and return at sunset with bundles of wood, which he sold in the village market. One winter morning, snow covered the ground and the cold wind howled through the trees. As Harun walked into the forest, he noticed strange footprints in the snow leading off the usual path. Curious, he followed them, expecting to find an animal. Instead, he found a small hut he had never seen before. Inside the hut lived an old woman, hunched with age, her back bent and her hands shaking from the cold. She had no firewood, no food, and barely any clothing to protect her from the bitter cold. Her eyes were filled with sadness, but also with wisdom, as if she had seen many lifetimes. Harun knocked gently and asked, "May I help you, mother?" The old woman nodded slowly and said, "I am too old to gather wood or go to the village. I have no family left, and no one comes this far into the forest anymore." Harun's heart ached. Without a second thought, he gathered dry branches from the forest and lit a fire in her hearth. Then he gave her the small loaf of bread and cheese he had brought for his lunch. The old woman thanked him with a warm smile that seemed to brighten the cold room. "I will come back tomorrow," Harun promised. For the next many days, Harun continued his work as a woodcutter, but made time to visit the old woman. He brought her food, clothes, and stacked firewood outside her door. The villagers began to notice his absence in the market and wondered where he had been. When he told them about the old woman, many were surprised that she was still alive, as they had thought her hut was abandoned long ago. Some of the villagers decided to help too. One brought her a warm blanket, another brought fresh milk. Slowly, the old woman's life improved. Her health returned, and her face glowed with peace. One day, as spring approached, the old woman called Harun to her side. "You have been kind to me when I had nothing," she said. "But I am not just an old woman. I am the guardian of this forest. Long ago, I watched over these woods, protecting the animals, the trees, and those who lived in harmony with nature." Harun listened in awe. "For your kindness and selflessness," she continued, "I will give you a gift." She handed him a small wooden box. Inside was a glowing green stone. "This stone will never let you go hungry or cold. As long as you are generous, it will provide for you and those you care for." Harun was shocked, but grateful. He continued to live simply, using the stone only when necessary. He helped others more than ever, and his small home became a place of shelter for the needy. And so, the woodcutter who once had very little became known throughout the land not for his wealth, but for his kindness and the blessings that followed.